More than 200 years ago, there was a powerful necromancer. As powerful as he became egotistical and prideful. As we all know, pride goeth before a fall. Modern day. The necromancer was out for a walk one night. While crossing the road, a man bumped him with his shoulder, and he did not apologize. The necromancer would not let this stand. The necromancer turned, ready to curse the rude pedestrian. But he wasn't paying attention, so he didn't notice the truck barreling towards him. All that power, undone by a truck. When the necromancer awoke, he was sitting before a goddess. He introduced herself as Nyx, the goddess that would decide where the necromancer would go for his next life. Oh, so I get to go to some amazing isekai world? The necromancer asked.
No, I've decided you'll return until you've learned some humility. I pray you learn from this lesson.
Little did he know she'd send him back. In his already dead body. I will admit, it's kind of comfy. I don't care if I have to raise like a whole horde of like zombies. Every time I wake up in the morning, I look over to the side and I go, honey, I feel an evil presence. And then she turns and looks at me. I'm like, oh, there it is. Sorry. Good morning, honey.
Attacking a woman.
I've got ectoplasm all up my crack. That's my cousin! Tay!
It's alright. Hey.
There we go. Everyone come to the BJ store. This will attract customers.
The wind here. Something's off.
Yeah,
Let's go
I
in and
farted.
take a look.
Meat, dog. We have meat.
I can tell you and I are going to get along just like fire hoses.
And I bet you can do some things with a fire hose, can't you?
Damn it. Fucking damn it, guys. That's hilarious.
Hello, boners. How's everyone doing tonight? I see my microphone is working tonight. Sorry, I'm a little late starting. I was having technical difficulties with Kick. I don't know why Streamlabs does that. All of a sudden, it'll have a problem with a certain platform. And in order to fix it, I have to go and find where it's linked. And they can't just make it easy. It's like, oh, it's right here. Well, why won't you let me disconnect it? All right, so then I have to disconnect it and basically re-sign in, and then all of a sudden everything's fixed, but it's just searching and hunting where it's connected in fucking Streamlabs. Bleh, just boring shit. And I'm like, oh, right when I'm about to stream. I love how these problems always happen, like right when you're about to. Check early in the morning, you're like, oh, everything's all good, we're ready to go. Yeah, whatever. How you doing? What, let's see. Jaquel. I don't know if that's the proper pronunciation. I don't know if the J has a J sound or a W sound. Jaquel. I have way too much friggin' different ethnicities in my family that all the different accents and shit are just fucking weird as hell for me. I just followed you on X and would really appreciate a follow back. Let me see. On X. Oh shit. I missed a lot of notifications on X. What the fuck happened on X? Normally I don't get shit on here. Starry Pirate. Is that you, Starry Pirate? I'm looking for the red flags. There's red flags when people follow you on X, especially for VTubers. You got to watch out for things like pending, not debuted yet, or trying to hawk their shit, or they don't share anything of their own. It's all nothing but reposts. I don't need someone selling me shit, so I gotta look. I gotta look and make sure. Who is this one? Uh-oh, Jay came. Jay's coming. Oh, yep, that one's definitely a bot trying to sell shit. Well, I don't see a Joaquel Harris or Joaquel. I only saw the two, and they both have my red flags. So maybe you were somewhere else? I only saw Starry Pirate and Elia Harris. So I don't know. Which one are you? I came all over the Jay, a towel, at least some tissues. Come on, be couth. Put newspaper on it. Lay some newspaper down. Yeah, we're doing some more ghost fakers tonight. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 nights. I had intended on playing through Vampire Bloodlines, but honestly, oh damn it! Un momento. Good evening, man. Good evening. Let me adjust my camera. Yeah, my cat moved my camera, so. I haven't decided what I'll do. I planned on playing Bloodlines 2, but I think it's come to the point where Bloodlines 2 is garbage. It's so bad. It's so bad. Maybe I'll pick it up again when someone mods the fuck out of it. I don't know. Everything I've seen, I watched a review on it that was like 1 hour and 20 minutes, and I was cracking up because it was like everything I fucking said. It sounded like verbatim. I was like, yep, we're on the same page here, yep. So the only other game that I got was, I got 2 games. I got Jurassic World Evolution 3, which just helps soothe. That's like one of my peaceful games where I'll just sit and build shit for like hours and hours and appease my anal retentive nature. I don't know, that's my soothing game. Minecraft and Minecraft on like creative mode, or Jurassic World Evolution. SimCity used to do it for me. I like those creator games where I'll just sit there and go, and we'll put a nice little tree over here, and we'll put a building over here. I also got Where Winds Meet, which the rest of Nocturne is pretty much playing, and I got it. I made a character, but I haven't really played it. I don't know. It looks like something I would enjoy, but something about it is off-putting. Maybe I'm just not in the mood. Sometimes, have you ever had a game you really like, but you're not in the mood to play it? Maybe I'm just not in the mood. Like, I look at it and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I feel like I would be forcing myself. Okay, Bob Ross sounding at. Oh, you love it. You love the Bob Ross afro. So yeah, let's blow up my throat. I've had a sore throat all day. Not a bad one. Probably just from me ranting and raving. Let's blow my throat out, friggin' yelling at another one. Let's see. It's definitely fun, but yeah, I've definitely been there. Yeah. You have those games that you know you like them. You know you like them. You'd never get rid of them. You're like, I love this game. But sometimes you're just not in the mood to fucking play it. So Where Winds Meet looks like a game I would love. It's got all kinds of stuff I would love. But every time I turn it on to play it, I stare at it. And I'm just like, I'm just not in the fucking mood. It may also be because I've been under the weather recently. I haven't been feeling super good. And usually, like, my meds are kicking in, and I feel like I'm so not in the mood for an action game running around and sword fighting and shit. I'm like, zombie mode. If you look to your left, you'll see where I came. Gross. That's disgusting. Use a fucking sock like a normal person. All right. Well, let's start. Let's start with this. Let's start with where we left off last night. I was really looking forward to this. Beardo Gets Scared, debunking fearsome top 5s, top 10. Okay, wait. Top 5s, top 10. Which is it, top 5 or top 10? Make up your mind.
He hasn't just got Annabelle, he's got the full family. So we've...
The full family. The Annabelle family. There's Uncle Touchy. And Aunt Susan. I'm sure there's a Karen in that family.
Escalated in about 8 seconds from a man to a Grim Reaper. And if it is the Grim Reaper, he needs the sack because you're still breathing. That's... The Grim Reaper's kind of known...
What?
For stopping breathing.
What you need a sack for breathing? What?
Today I'm going to be looking at fearsome. I've not looked at these before. I've seen them on Mr. Greaves, Paranormal, and Bingo Bollocks.
I never touched her.
So
yes, you did.
Check these clips out. Top 10 scary videos of ghosts caught on camera. Will it be something real? Will it all be bull caca?
Bull
Go
caca.
for the latter.
It's always bull caca.
So go check out fearsome, because I've got to tell people to do that stuff. So I'm going to skip the narration and stuff. We're just getting into the clips. So this first clip is a doll moving. I bet it's bullshit.
Oh,
and it is.
I've got a small announcement. I meant to say in the beginning of the stream. I don't have many people here, but I'll be putting a link on my channel eventually. Here's what I do. I need a new refrigerator. I don't need anything fancy, you know. I could get a used one for like $100-$200, you know. I need a new refrigerator. Mine died. We're using a mini fridge right now. So I had an idea. I was like, I'm going to try to raise money for my new fridge. And if I reach my goal for my new fridge, then I'm going to do a face reveal. Yeah, I always said I wasn't going to do a face reveal, but, you know, I really need a fridge right now. I mean, the mini fridge is doing okay, but it's fucking annoying. I like to entertain and have big cookouts and stuff like that, and I can't really do that with a mini fridge. There's nowhere to put shit! And when you live out in the boonies and it's like a 30-minute drive every time you got to go to the grocery store, it's fucking annoying. So, yeah. And I mean, I'm frustrated because tax time is coming, and it's seeming like my tax return is already spent. We need to get a new car. That's first and foremost. And then second, I'm most likely going to be getting a new graphics card. I definitely want to upgrade it. I love grilling. Oh, you would love my cooking. Every year, and this was the first year I didn't, because I didn't have a car. But sausages, burgers, ribs, oh, you would love my fucking cooking. Normally, every year in October, I go to my parents' house for a big Halloween party. And every year, I make a homemade pulled pork. And it never lasts. Like, the last time I did it, I got a really big one. And unfortunately, I learned a lesson that day. Like, I wanted to get more because it doesn't last, so I wanted to make sure there was enough. I'd rather, it's better to get 2 smaller ones than 1 huge one, because it took me 11 and a half hours to low and slow that fucking, that big motherfucker. It was a fucking huge pork butt. 11 and a half hours low and slow on the grill to make pulled pork. That was a bitch. I mean, it was a big hit. Everyone fucking loved it. and none of it went to waste, but still. And then I've got a giant turkey deep fryer. I'm probably not using it for Thanksgiving this year, just because I'm a little tight, and the oil I use for it can get expensive. But I've also used it to make corned beef on St. Patrick's Day. It doesn't have to be oil in it. You can put water in that bitch. So ew, you ate butt. Do you even know what a pork butt is? It's just called pork butt. It doesn't even, it's not even part of the butt. Laugh out loud, I'm stupid. Yes, you are. No, corned beef briskets, one is never enough. I usually make at least 2 or 3. So with the big old turkey deep fryer, I'll boil the corned beef in that, like 3 briskets in one big pot. And then the cabbage and the potatoes and shit, throw all that stuff in there. One gigantic pot of yum. I like to do my corned beef for the first 3 hours in Guinness. It really tenderizes the meat. I mean, whenever I finish it, it's just falling apart. But, I could go on and on about fucking cooking. That's one of my relaxing things. I love cooking. I want to get a big professional smoker. Right now I have to settle. I've got a nice grill. It's got a side burner, and it's got 5 propane leads and temperature monitoring, and I've got a nice propane grill. And when I smoke stuff, I have to make my own smoke box. Wait, is that a Pokeball? Yeah, it looks like a Pokeball. Maybe they have a ghost type Pokemon inside. All right, I'm going on and on. I defer. So yeah, in the coming days, I'm going to be doing a fundraiser to buy a new fridge, and I need to get a new oven. Maybe I'll put both on there. Like 3 of the burners aren't working, and I don't know why. It's everything's fucking breaking on me. Every time I get something new, fucking something else breaks. It's just pissing me off. Oh, the doll's feet moved. Oh, la-di-da.
So this curtain is moving in a breeze. Little bits of movement there.
That's a horrible dad joke.
The whole curtain moves. And there's like a little snap there. So the curtain stops.
I am a dad. I'm good at dad jokes.
Doll moves. Curtain has jumped. It hasn't moved fluidly, it's jumped. Look at the movement of the doll.
Yeah.
The legs, the body, and some of the hair is twisting. Yet this hair in the background hasn't shifted. The neck piece hasn't shifted. The head... I don't think the head is moving. It's the hair moving makes it look like the hair is moving. But look at the feet as well. The feet pull away in this section. The curtain pulses. Go forward to the doll's shift. So basically,
it reminds me of a jump cut.
What they've done there is they've filmed the doll stationary on the shelf. They filmed the curtain and everything. They've cut the video. And then they've gone back in, re-recorded it with the doll, but at a slightly different angle, and then basically pasted the 2 videos
together. Put them together. Yeah, it's a jump cut.
And the curtain jumps every time that doll has some sort of movement. Because that curtain, as we've seen at the beginning, is already billowing in a breeze. And then it's still until the doll shifts. Meaning the curtain was in some sort of fluid movement, but because of the cuts, the curtain just jumps back and forth.
Yeah, jump cuts. A lot of people use jump cuts nowadays.
100% bullcat.
A lot of them are really bad jump cuts. Really bad jump cuts. You can see where they jump cut it like very clearly. But if you do it well, you can hide the jump cut. Like that one, you can hide it. But the giveaway was the curtain on the side. The abrupt movement, that's those are your giveaways. When you do a jump cut, if you're trying to fake shit with a jump cut, you have to make sure both frames are exact, because you'll notice any change any slight change, the shadow, an abrupt shadow, an abrupt movement, something jerky, something that doesn't look, that's the problem with jump cuts. It's very similar to masking. When you mask something or someone out of a frame, you'll notice some subtle change. Usually frame to frame. It's usually like a single frame. If they're good, it's a single frame, but you'll notice it.
How cute.
Lovely. What about the dude stood on your
But
roof?
what's that?
It's the
What
Mothman!
is that? Why is there a man on my roof?
Oh, that's a man, right? You can clearly see the chiseled jawline, the beard. You can't see shit.
At 2 a.m.
Who gives a fuck?
What?
What?
Why is the Grim Reaper on my roof?
So we've escalated.
Why
in
is the
about
Grim
8
Reaper?
seconds from
I
a
was
man
not
to a Grim
on
Reaper.
your
And if
roof.
it is the Grim Reaper, he needs the sack because you're still breathing. That's the Grim Reaper's kind of known for stopping breathing.
What does that have to do with the sack? I'm so confused.
What else is it? Help. What can this be?
You need a lot more
Bollocks.
than just help.
There's your help. It's bollocks.
Somebody please
It's
calm my
bullshit.
nerves.
It's made
Because-
of bullshit.
I'm freaking out a little bit.
Yeah, you look like you're grinning and you. I'm freaking out all over. No, you're
Freaking
not.
out. I'm
You're
so
loving it.
scared.
TikTok notoriety. Well done.
So we're getting our roof redone.
It was me.
So there's a
I
ladder
was just coming
So
by
anybody-
because you still owed me a 20 from the other night.
On the roof.
I figured you just left it on your dresser.
A black figure was ominously standing on her roof. Obviously, no
Well,
one was
I didn't
supposed to be
know
up there,
you put a hidden
so someone
camera
told
out
Lady
there.
off.
Alright, now you've zoomed that in. It is clearly a hooded figure. Nice pointy hat.
It looks like a Halloween
This
decoration.
looks like a Reaper-esque image. But what are these clear, straight lines around it? Why, to me, I mean, its shadow is curving around the roof there. This is an overlay. This is added into the footage. And they'll know it 'cause it's TikTok. Some guy documenting paranormal
Oh, if it's
happenings
TikTok,
in his house.
99%
Bobby
it's gonna be
Bar or
fake.
something. Is that Gatorade?
That's my opinion.
Tried Gatorade once. Tasted like piss-weak squash. It's not very nice.
I don't mind Gatorade, but I only like the red flavor. Fruit punch. I have to drink it when I get dehydrated. I don't get a lot of exercise and stuff. It's easy for me
Easily
to
overlaid,
forget
but we'll go with it.
to hydrate, so my wife gets me Powerade or Gatorade. I prefer Powerade if I'm being honest. It's the Raggedy
Oh,
family!
Dear Lord. He hasn't just got Annabelle, he's got the full family.
They're reproducing!
You screwed, mate. That cloth and stuffing demon is going to do nothing.
Yeah. If you've got a creepy doll, it obviously must be haunted. That's what a lot of people think. My sister had creepy fucking dolls. Actually, both my sisters did.
Do you hear it?
No, I don't hear shit.
Where's the steps?
Oh, you're scaring your kid as well for TikTok notoriety.
Good job!
Well done.
I'll be honest, Lil Boo, my oldest, she'd probably be in on it and laughing. Trying not to laugh, she'd play with it. She's not scared of nothing. She would have been excited if there was a ghost in her fucking house. She loves going ghost hunting. She can't wait for the next one. But yeah, you could have overlaid sound. You could have someone in the other room doing it live. I tend to lean towards the cheaper and easier way is the most likely. Just to have an accomplice in the other room fucking around. Less likely to get caught fucking editing the footage. You know what I mean? A lot of people get caught with those jump cuts and shit like that. But if you work with an accomplice on some of these, it's a lot harder to prove because then it's your word versus theirs. We were all by ourselves. You know what I mean? That's just, that's my point of view.
Is the steps over there?
It sounds like it's coming from over there.
Is that kid just giving away, is the steps over there? That kid can't hear it. Maybe. I'll stop being so pessimistic. This could be real.
Because of the table. Uh-oh.
Oh no, plastic stuff has gone again. Things that don't break.
Up,
Making any jokes about
yeah.
plastic, 'cause that woman is
The
still
plastic
apparently
cup
pissed at
that
me
was
for
empty and
mopping the
didn't
pool.
spill anything.
Right. Let us
Everyone at work
see.
says hi, Bones. Hi, everyone at work.
A wire glint. Was there a light behind that unit? Nope. It's a wire glint.
Wire pull!
We've got a wire glint. There. Look at that white straight line just before it starts moving. Look, it's in every frame. Cross there.
Yep.
Yeah, yeet. So
Okay, going back to work. Enjoy work.
I believe that's a wire glint.
Uh-oh.
Mobile cack.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So if you're going to try and convince us that your house is really haunted, maybe get your kid some acting lessons, because if that had really happened,
Don't call out the kid.
wouldn't be...
They're an unwilling
The kid
participant.
would be, ghost, run, etc. That was me being scared. I'm a
But
class
why?
actor. Better than this cack.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't the ghost take the nuggies? Is the ghost not hungry? Did ghost eat?
Take the
And they
nuggies.
saw that, right?
Next, please. This is the same guy. Is there any movement?
We got another double shipment, and the big managers were like, "You need to get this all done by the weekend." I almost said something to them. Well, that would be bad. That would be bad. Another creepy doll. Fucking wonderful.
Okay, we've
Those
already seen a
porcelain
wire
fucking
glint.
dolls.
This is poorly lit. It's much darker, so a wire glint will be harder to see. He's not got a light on the top of his camera. He's not got a flash on or anything. So
My older of the two
vision.
sisters, I'm the oldest in the family, so she'd be the middle child. She had porcelain like gesture
Just
dolls,
because I
but
can't
like
see a wire doesn't
Asian
mean it's
style.
not there when we've already seen
They were
potentially
very
a wire
pretty, but they
glint.
creeped the fuck out of me. Whereas my youngest sister,
Okay,
my
pulling
baby
off
sister,
camera.
had porcelain clown dolls everywhere. And the thing was, she didn't like them, but she was polite when she got them as like a gift.
What
So,
was that?
oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, I love it. So then people just assumed she liked those and just kept getting her them. So her room kept filling up with
Is that
these
a
things she
door handle
fucking
or what?
hated. I thought it was hilarious.
It's not a door handle. That's a wire glint. We've got another wire.
Wire. Okay, see, a lot of people, the reason you get these wire glints are because people are stupid. A lot of people assume using fishing line is the best way to go. And that's how you get these wire glints. They're the most obvious way. The reason you don't use that is because a fishing wire will give a wire glint. They reflect light. It's reflective. Front burner. Nuh-uh, it's really haunted. Nuh-uh, no, it's not. We saw the wire glint. Yeah, honestly, the best way to go if you're going to do this, I'm not advocating faking. In fact, I don't like faking. But black thread. Black thread is usually, it doesn't show up on camera very well. And it's probably the easier way to fake shit.
Are you pulling a wire? Seen the glint? It's catching a reflect. Every now and again, your camera is catching wire glints. Sir? There's one there.
Black thread in the dark. Yep. That's why you see people in this day and age still using potato
Go on,
fucking
head move or
cameras.
Get him.
Because they know that the bad quality is going to hide their bullshittery.
Was that not him? What's my name? Oh, no. What's my name? Thought we were just whispering, singing Rihanna then. Probably an overlay.
Otherwise, it's very obvious.
I can't use it.
Well, it
Snap-on, so I
depends.
can't prove it.
Again,
Another
black
day,
thread
Bobby
is
noticed
very,
movement
very
out of the
thin.
corner of his eye,
And you would
these
think
were
it
the
would show
events
up
that
on
followed.
camera, but it really doesn't. Now, if it was like a really good video quality, like HD, and it was against something like a white wall or something very contrasting, that'd be different, obviously. But the reason people use black thread is because the camera doesn't pick it up very well. It's so very thin that even if it's not a black background that matches it, it'll be hard to spot because of the camera being able to pick it up.
I thought I was just seeing stuff until my curtain
Bobby, cut your thumbnail. Ugh.
opened right there. But I don't want it to just be the wind, and I'm kind of scared to go in there. 'Cause
What
we
the
just
fuck?
got home yesterday.
No one asked you to
4
open up.
days
Ghost orb.
of being gone.
They should just use bright green thread and edit out. AI is good enough to make the damn thing. Well, that's the thing. Actually, they have programs now, AI programs that will go in and remove threads and wires from videos now. I can't remember the name of the guy. I just watched him last night. He does debunking, but a lot more technical wise. He's found ways to spot the AI wire removals and stuff like that. It's basically like masking, but the AI finds it and automatically removes it for you, basically. But yeah, they do exist. The best way to go, if you've got the money, the best way to go, honestly, is Magician's Thread. But I always say cheaper and easier is the most likely route. Black thread, cheap, easy to do. You can remove entire people from photos now with AI editing. Yes. However, they're not perfect. They're not perfect, and you can spot the editing. It's usually better if a person does it because they can spot the inconsistencies, but even humans make mistakes and miss shit.
I'm kind of scared to go in there.
It's just like masking. It's just masking. It's AI masking.
Oh.
Oh no. Christmas
Get in
decoration.
there.
We're not going to. He's too scared to go in
From my
there.
room to her room, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Hello?
Yeah, probably
I honestly
these
didn't see
cats.
shit. I was probably distracted.
Yo.
Yo.
This thing gets pulled that way towards the door, and then the door moves. Like there's somebody stood there that's doing all of this. Yo.
Maybe. You think?
Come on, give me more. Uh-huh.
Yo. Hello. Yo. No, see, I'm good.
No,
See
you're not.
ya, I'm
Obviously,
good.
otherwise, why would you be recording
Put a
this?
shadow down
You're
the
not
wall.
good.
No,
The way you can
see,
test it
I'm
is
good.
throw salt at it. Ghosts and demons hate salt.
Is there a shadow of somebody there?
I'm salty enough for everybody. I'm a salty asshole. I just walk into a room and the ghosts are like, run!
Wait, sir, that looks like a child-sized shadow. And on account that we know that you've got a child in your house, I would suggest that you've got your child hiding behind the door, faking this paranormal activity.
Probably.
Top quality parenting.
I'm done with that. Get out of here.
And you've got horrible
Kid
acting
homeless?
skills. I'm done with
Wow,
that.
how rude.
Get out of here. Oh no. However will I deal with this?
Cut.
That's why you ain't got to
Huge
worry
cuts to
about
keep
no
you get
ghosts
out
and
there.
demons. That's damn right. Damn right. Be salty.
Yo.
You'll scare all the ghosts away.
Yo.
Nobody here.
You don't
Uh-huh.
say. You teleported 3 feet in a millisecond.
And I'm no longer in here.
Yeah, that's a jump cut.
This guy sound baked. Yo.
Probably is. That's probably why you thought this was a good video.
Where's the Cheetos? I'm out of here.
Hello? Oh man, I almost tripped.
Oh man, I almost tripped.
Next clip, notoriously
Pure and
shite
innocent, not jaded and
CCTV
salty.
footage.
You're pure and innocent?
Is that what we're looking at?
I guess. I don't know you well enough. I'm jaded and salty. Fucking super
Something's
jaded and
moved,
salty.
caught the dog and cat attention.
Why is he looking at it sideways? Can you see it better sideways? I guess because of the angle of the camera?
I have no idea what that is.
Creeped out.
You know what I think it is? Okay, here's what I think. I think that their camera has a bad codec and doesn't pick up things in low light better. If you notice, the cat and the dog are in the brighter light area, and the supposed figure is in the darker light area, and it's all shrouded. I think bad codecs on the camera just weren't picking them up very well, and that's why they looked transparent or whatever.
Just before 1 a.m., Carrie's security camera captured what looks like a person.
It's made
standing in her
of bullshit!
kitchen.
Yes.
A faint figure stood near the island, lingering for a moment before slowly drifting off to the right and
Now, this could be one of two things. This could be two videos playing at the same time, and they've just masked somewhere in there.
I'm not. Okay,
really
you're not pure and innocent. I'm sure there's someone, maybe somewhere,
and
that's pure and
the dog
innocent.
cat are reacting to that. So, what could it be? Well, just bad CCTV. I think that's probably the woman herself, because the pets are not freaked out by it. They're just looking in the general direction. Now, there's a light source there. There's light reflection off the table there. It's starting to get
I missed
dark
my ride this
side.
morning.
There's light reflection off these
I miss my ride all the time. My wife won't let me ride her.
Is the focal point. This area, look how
Did you
washed out
know
all of
when
this stuff is
women
back. There's
get
no definition
to a
in this.
certain
I can't
age,
tell
they
if it's a
start
cupboard, a
collecting
window.
cats and dogs?
I don't know what that is. Whatever. I can't
Tell
see
me
that.
about it.
It's like a cat tree thing.
We have 5
It's
cats in this
barely
house and 2 dogs.
compared to that. What I think this is.
I wanted to
is
get rid of
that's
some of the
just
cats,
her
and they're like, "No,
moving
they're
across her
so
kitchen.
cute. We
The pets
love
are looking at
them."
her.
I'm like,
Just
"Oh
check the
God!"
footage back and gone, "Oh, that looks creepy. Let's send it into someone."
out of frame. What's especially unsettling is that
Don't
both
get me
of our
wrong. I
pets
love the
stared
cats too,
directly
but
at the
even I'm
entire
like,
time.
it's too many.
Neither
It's
looked
too
to be
many.
scared, but more curious than anything. According to Carrie, everyone in the house was asleep.
I mean, my dialysis ride. Well, that sucks. Don't do
The
that.
same woman with the same cat camera.
What the hell, Jay? It's a phenomenon called many paws.
In the dark basement, a faint figure was captured moving on the stairs. But when this footage is bright,
To be honest, my wife is praying for menopause. Oh my God. I didn't mean to. My wife is praying for menopause. She has endometriosis, and she gets a lot of pain when she has her period. But they don't want to do anything about it. They're like, you're going to hit menopause if you can just hold out until that happens. And she's like, ah! We don't want to do anything drastic. What if you decide to have children? We have to. We're good. We're not having any more. I didn't mean to. Yeah, Jay. Yeah, Jay. Alarm clocks, they work.
A figure slowly crept up the steps, moving with caution, as if trying not to make a sound. Keely was home alone.
Quite often I'll see this. You're looking in the wrong place. Now, this camera is not doing well because of zero light.
Yeah.
And you see this thing moving. Ooh, your attention is drawn to that. The video creator, they've brightened the image so we can see this real person creeping up the stairs, knowing how bad this camera quality is. That's why this light is on there, and this area is in total darkness. But we're completely missing the fact that there's actually a person sat.
He's going to have to deal with the hot flashes and flipping emotions. It'll be just like pregnancy, but more depressing. You know what? My wife is bipolar. I can handle. I'm used to the flipping emotions. Okay, I'm used to it. I got it. We got it under control. One of the funniest moments when she was pregnant with our first kid, I went and got her a grilled cheese. It was called a cheese ball, a huge grilled cheese. While we were at a vampire LARP. A salute to you, sir. Thank you. But she knows that kid. She takes all my jokes in stride. So, but I got her the sandwich, and she got mad at me and started yelling because it wasn't like just how she wanted it or something. And then she flip-flopped so quick she started crying, and she was crying because she was upset that she yelled at me. And my friend walks by, and he looks, and he goes, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Pregnant." And he's like, "Oh, got it." And he kept walking. He's like, "I'm not getting involved in that shit." Jay, I had an alarm set, but PM instead of AM, sir. Yeah, we've all done that. We've all done it. Don't lie. We've all mixed up PM and AM on the alarm.
Possibly wearing some sort of flip-flop. White t-shirt, maybe some jeans there.
Which is bright and becomes clear. This figure isn't faint at all. A solid, full-bodied figure slowly crept up the steps, moving with caution, as if trying not to make a sound. Keely was...
Okay, no, it's... Oh, okay, camera quality like this, it's most likely a bad codec on the camera. A lot of cameras, especially like older ones, if they've been in a certain place, like doorbell cameras and stuff like that especially, they get used to filming a certain thing a certain amount of times. So everything that's always there all the time will look totally clear on the footage because it's used to that. It becomes accustomed to that, the way the camera's set up. So anything added to that that's not normally there, like someone walking through the frame, will look weird. That's why you'll see a lot of videos on TikTok of people saying that they caught a ghost on their doorbell camera. It's a bad codec. The camera's used to seeing all the bushes and the sidewalk and the things that are always there, but that random guy walking down the street starts fading into invisibility, and you're like, it must be a ghost. No, it's bad codec on the camera. It's almost entertaining seeing how fast they can flip-flop around, happy, sad, angry, happy, in the mood and totally over it. Yeah, I know. It's usually, like at first it drove me nuts. After dealing with it so long, you kind of just get, I've gotten the nod and smile. And I just wait for the wave to be over. Like, eventually that angry wave is going to be over, and then we'll deal with the next one.
Why would a ghost move without trying to make a sound? It doesn't weigh anything, apparently. That's just people knowing full well that the CCTV is crap and they're trying to trick their audience by using the camera's natural flaws.
When this was recorded,
and
watching it back made her hair stand on end.
I'm sure it did.
It was here. Right, on to number 6. Yay, more ring footage. Here we go. Look at this person all the way back there, beyond the camera's focal point. Look at all this lit up area that the camera is.
And Verify got a proposal for you. You are a bot, Chatello. You can go bye-bye. Don't interrupt my kick stream with your bodiness. There we go. Say bye, bot.
Focused on watch them disappear.
I don't take no shit from anyone.
From behind a tree, what looks like a woman in a white nightgown walked into view. This eerie figure quickly crouched down and rushed to hide behind the car.
Okay.
It's safe to say that nothing like this has ever been seen in front of her house before. And it's hard to say exactly what's going on here. Could
it looks stupid.
Ghost?
No,
bye,
I
bot.
think it's the same as the last video. People are switching on to the fact that Ring doorbells, CCTV, drop the resolution.
Yeah, Jay, I stream on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch all at the same time.
YouTube and TikTok.
I'm good.
I think that's all this is.
It's a menage stream.
Someone trying to steal a car.
Or they know exactly what they're doing. Why run and then just scoot down in a long white flowing dress? Right,
because they're faking a video.
I've already debunked this one. Dandalf's already debunked this one. The entire thing looks staged.
And stupid.
With a haunted house. Tapo. I know Tapo cameras very well because that's what I've got in my studio on the outside of my house. A better quality of camera. Let's see.
I think she woke up from sleep walking and realized she was only in a see-through nightgown. Well, I don't see any problem with that. Okay, you got some asshole in your house.
I will guarantee you that sound is not coming from that Tapo camera. The sound on Tapo cameras, there's one back there you may be able to see. I've got one up there. I've got one outside the studio looking at the garage and the studio, obviously insurance purposes. And I've got 3 of these dotted outside the house and this one ready to go up outside the house. Pretty decent cameras. They say it's 4K. It's not. It's more like 2K. They do perform quite well in image quality, but sound? These things are garbage. The sound is awful. Big bangs like that will distort so bad. They'll be like a sound after every bang. That sound is overlaid. 100%. Not only that, but if that banging was that loud, those cameras, they tend to move a little.
Loud, violent banging echoed through the rooms. It sounded
there you go.
Like something was desperately trying to get someone's attention.
I love Beardo videos. He's got great shit.
As unsettling as the noise was, what was caught next?
I love it when he reviews stuff that I've already gone over and he comes to the same conclusions. And when he has different ones that helps me see shit that maybe I missed or overlooked, it makes me be better at looking for that shit.
The DR60 unshielded microphones. That is what you would have heard with those bangs, because as the mic shuts off, it makes those noises, and we didn't hear that.
Note to self, get cameras with good quality that can handle the sound of gunshot.
Right,
or fireworks or whatever. Yeah.
Else, yeah. I imagine that is
make sure they have a shielded microphone.
Film
shielded mic.
Background. But again, this person knows the capabilities of the camera and the microphone, and they are playing up to it. They're playing something for that camera to make it all distorted and sound cack. In fact, I'm going to use that camera up there. Hopefully that CCTV camera's picked that up and you'll be able to hear the poor sound quality. This person knows exactly what they're doing. It's for TikTok and YouTube notoriety again.
Yep.
The unnerving sound of ghostly screams filled his home.
That wasn't ghostly screams. Ooh, a cupboard door, because every poltergeist loves cupboard doors. Is there a wire glint? Not that I can see.
Total metal, dude. No, I saw one last night that was pissing me off. It was the drawer and the cabinet were open, but just the drawer and that specific cabinet. Right? I'm like, somebody's probably hiding inside there. And they're like, well, she did a follow-up video. And she's like, look inside. There's pots and pans. No one could. There's like 5 pans in there. You could easily take them out. And there's plenty of room in there. Thank you for proving my idea right. Yes, there's plenty of room for someone to be inside there fucking around. That's what was being done. She's like, to prove all the haters wrong, let me show you. And I'm like, you just proved me right. Thank you very much.
Wire glint, I don't think it's masking, because as me and Dandalf have done, you stand this area, put your finger in the cupboard door and you can open and close them and just mask the area out. I don't think that's what's been done there, because the shadow would have given it away.
Yeah, it's probably a string pole. Maybe they use the black thread or
through that crack in the door or through the door arch itself. Simple.
This car doesn't drive, it's in park. See?
Again, pulling towards the door.
You gotta love when people they think they know better. That's what a lot of these TikTok fakers do. They think they know better and they put garbage out there, and then people are like, that's so fake. But you still get the people that look at the worst garbage and go, oh my god, that's amazing.
It's awful.
The middle of the night.
I did this one last night.
I don't know what to do. So there's a shadow in the corner.
But the footage, it's so bad.
But that's not the craziest
It's hard to see anything.
I mean, she's clearly not in bed. The TV's on. It's probably just her moving around, sent it to freak you out.
Her TV is auto set to turn off, so nothing paranormal there.
It's really
But
better
this is
than the
what's weird.
overflow of AI videos, though.
Who
It's
was
only
that?
getting
What
worse,
was
too.
that?
Oh, yeah.
There.
There's AI videos
this is
every
what's
fucking
weird.
where. I'll be honest, I think some are neat with, like, really creative
It's not who,
ideas,
it's a what.
but most of them are just hot trash.
Something's just blocked the light there. Almost like somebody could be under
No,
the table.
a lot of those AI videos are
Those
just
light
hot
sources,
trash.
they've moved
I'm
something
like,
in front of
look,
it, and they've
you
created that
have the
shadow
ability to
themselves.
go
your
ahead
friend
and remake it if it looks
Who was
bad.
that? What was that?
And
What
I
just
see
happened?
them put the worst shit out. I'm like, if it looks bad, just redo
There's
it.
just someone there.
What the fuck?
No, there's not. Something moves and blocks this.
Disappears. There's nobody in
I'm arguing with somebody. What the hell is wrong with me?
this house that looks like that. Like,
Oh, Jay followed me on
You
Kick.
don't know anyone that looks like
Took
a
you long
streetlight?
enough, Jay.
Me neither. Okay, more Ring footage. Look, people are definitely dropping the quality of their own Ring doorbell cameras for this.
Yeah. Yep.
Ah, puppy.
A faint shadow drifted across the hallway, moving from right to left. As
That
though
looks
someone had
overlaid.
quietly walked by.
That looks
But here's where
overlaid.
things get creepy. No one
You
else
can
was
see the
home.
edges. It looks
Neither her
overlaid.
mom nor the dog seemed to notice
Now,
anything
use the free
unusual at the
trial and
time.
make another account
Since
for the
then,
AI
Miss
video
Fraser
maker.
and her
Yeah,
mom
pretty
has
much.
tried multiple times to recreate the shadow to debunk it, but every attempt has failed. In the end, this mysterious shadow remains unexplained, leaving us to wonder.
Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of people hate AI. A lot of people. I hear it all the fucking time. It's driving me nuts. But look, it's not stopping. It's not going anywhere. Complaining about it's not going to stop it. It's just going to keep coming. It's going to overwhelm. It's the future. It sucks, but it's just the way it is. And I think bitching about it doesn't really do anything. It's frustrating. I don't know what else to say. In my personal opinion, I think true art will always have its place, and AI can never match that. But in general, artists are going to lose work to AI. But it's just like factory workers losing jobs to, automation and so on and so forth throughout the history of time. It fucking happens. It sucks, but it happens. AI is the future for all media. Yep. Yep. I'm sure one day I'll be replaced with an AI. It won't be as salty as me. I'm the saltiest motherfucker. There is no AI as salty as I.
Wonder if something paranormal was caught on camera that day. Make sure to follow me.
Was that it? A cloud past the window, a bird past the window.
That was overlaid video. You can see the edges.
That,
wait, you aren't AI? No.
And then they go into this
I'm
story.
barely I.
Could have been
I have
this,
no
it could have been
intelligence.
that. Ooh, they've done debunking, but they show no recreations or anything. Well, at least it wasn't just TikTok, but the Ring door. What is this doing now? That's what is doing the banging shite again.
Same old shit, different day.
Did he fall?
Did he fall? Did he fall? I hope he fell.
Second microphone.
I think it'd be funny.
Test.
Tit.
Lee is a tit.
So all he's doing, he's just overlaying the sound. He's cutting out the Simon Says part, overlaying it. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know why I like that. Alexa.
I want my money back. You can't have
Says,
it.
Lee is a tit. Okay,
I
so
only
in
beat it to
summary,
AI,
none of it is
dudes.
real.
I mean, what?
Strings, and a lot of people have now figured out, possibly through debunkers, that with your crap cat.
Hey, I mean, I gotta be honest. If you can make whatever you want on AI, I see a lot of people jorking it to fucking AI. I mean, you can just type in your dream girl and you could be in the mood for something else tonight. If they're gonna spank it anyways, they can just make what they want.
Cameras, if you just stand way off in the background and make some noises or use some string, you can go viral on TikTok and YouTube. Oh dear.
I had a chat with an AI streamer earlier. It was interesting, but a lot of common filler words and scripted responses.
Real evidence. I will miss his rancid
when it couldn't
ass.
or wouldn't answer the question.
Adrian, you will be
Your
missed.
mom wasn't available. Oh,
Mike
God, Jay.
Can't go out as
Come
much as
on!
doing abandons
You
on your
sound
own
like an
is
AI. Come
a
up with
dumb
better
idea. You're gonna
responses.
get hurt, or if you potentially could get hurt and not have anyone know where you are, get help, be hours away from home, etc. But he started doing Nuke's Top 5 Scariest Ghost videos. I know he's got a video coming up debunking the tit. So please go and check out Real Evidence. I'm going to link them in the description down below. That's why I've wore the t-shirt. Let's go help these guys out. Or let's go help Mike out. Because some of their videos do really well. And because
Just
he's
wait
changed
for the
his niche,
update.
because he's changed his content and his niche, YouTube are not going to... The algorithm's not going to know what to do with it. So if as many of you as you can want to go over and see somebody
Jay likes big boners.
become a new debunker, I'd really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts on the comments section.
My responses are within the parameters. Oh my God.
$2,000. $2,000 for a night. You don't even get to see the creepy one of these. You get to see the crap one. For $2,000.
All right. Beardo gets scared. This is bad for the paranormal, the Warren's Occult Museum. Oh, here we go. Matt Rife fucking bought that place. $2,000. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. Let's go in. Let's pay $2,000 to go watch fake shit. Beep boop. And you like little boners? I mean, I'm not preference to any boners except my own. Not only the big ones. I like my own boners.
Wow. Beaters, winners, balls, and goals. How are we all doing? Before I get into my rant, and it's probably going to be an epic rant. We've had some amazing gifts. Mrs. Geek's gifts are already on shelves and on the keys or whatever in the living room. I'll read the letter first. You're going to love this. Hey, Beardo, hopefully this package got to you or this letter is pointless, so here's hoping. So first thing, I love the channel. I don't know how you watch all of the screaming dude bro crap. I would rather have my balls plucked by a blind angry old snapping turtles. So more power to you. Found your channel because my mum was watching your videos and thought they were funny, so I started watching your
Jay, what
stuff.
the fuck?
In the package there is stuff for Mrs. Geek and you from my mum. Mrs. Geek's bag is the one with the paranormal investigator on it. Yours is the one with the Ouija board on it. My mum sent you some cat balls to have fun. It's not what you think.
Dude.
So now the customer wanted to start us in. I tried to paint your tattoos and I failed miserably. So I found a figure with skull tattoos. I hope that's okay as this is a kit bash. That means it's made up of parts from other figures. I'm starting to get back into doing this kind of stuff again in my free time. I don't get much time because I'm a carer for my mum and brother, so I do a bit at a time and that's why it takes so long. I see you're a Dolly fan. Collectible action figures, sir.
Action
so I thought I would
figure!
start a custom few based around Call of Duty. Then I just kept having ideas like a tactical spoon to piss off Ghost Spree. And more, it was like a lot of fun adding little Easter eggs and little nods to past jokes. I hope you like it. All the best to you and yours from Full Metal and Mum. Yes, sorry for my grammar and spelling mistakes, dyslexia
That
sucks.
reaction makes all my bullshit worth it.
Interested. I won't bother reading all that out in case you want to make an army of Beardos. So the first thing that came out of the box is obviously part of the Beardo action figure. Is this? It's a Rottweiler. Now, as many of you know, me and Mrs. Geek had a Rottweiler called Seren, which is the Welsh word for star, because she had a little white flash on her chest when she was a puppy. So we named her Seren after a star. She passed away a few years ago, and it was a very sad time for us. We've never replaced her. I don't think we'll ever replace her. I don't think we'll ever get another dog. So we were both like, aww. So inside of the Ouija board bag, there was cat balls.
Cat ball.
Literally a keyring with a cat playing with his balls. This keyring is more use than actual cat balls. Is a bracelet with some playing cards on it. And I've tried to put this on my wrist. Unfortunately, my wrists are a little too big for it because I'm a fatty. There is a Jason Voorhees music box. But I think, what's it play at? Is it Idlewice? I don't know what that tune is, but it plays a tune. Epic. I mean, I can take this on investigations because I've got one that winds up on the bottom.
Your action figures, demon orb, yeah.
It won't happen, but it's worth a try.
Yeah, the demon orb.
You've already seen this in videos.
That one fucking guy, he didn't want to call them cat balls. He called them demon orbs. That one sticks with me. That was funny. That was funny as fuck.
The holy water hip flask. It will never contain water. It will only contain rum. And it's actually been used in videos, and I took it to a bike rally. we've got the actual bag that everything came in, like a little wash bag or pencil case or something. And this, I'll take it out of this. This is actually like a display to go behind the action figure, which is obviously Call of Duty inspired. Wait for this. Before we unleash Beardo in 6-inch form, we've got a little jug of what I assume is going to be rum there. Nice little handle on there. We've got two little ghosties of varying sizes. We've got a shooting effect for a weapon. We've got some sort of Book of the Dead or Necronomicon type thing there. We've got a bloody wooden spoon. Some of you guys may remember this, but we've got Beardo's list of bullshittery. I hope this is picking up because I can't see much. And a little Annabelle. They gave me guns and a little Annabelle. I've been toying with the idea of making a stop motion for these, just so I can fuck up Annabelle. So, onto the box. Kind of a plain black box there. We've got a Beardo action figure. I'll pull it out so you can see it. Number 78, Battle Ready Beardo. This is amazing. Oh, I've wanted to unbox this to start playing with it. I mean, I wanted to put this on my shelf.
You would.
Beardo action figure. Look at the combat trousers, tattooed arms. I mean, my arm's definitely as muscular as that. We've got the wooden spoon there. Got a knife there. Piss off ghost spray there. Got a gun in the vest, a fucking assault gun in my hand there.
I want my own action figure!
Cap, the sunglasses, the beard. This is obviously pre-2025 when I had all my front teeth. But look at that little video in this pouch. He's got a little Nightmare on Elm Street 2 in the pouch. That's epic. I'm not going to pull on your old too hard.
At least I'm supporting Beardy.
I mean, how awesome is that?
Are you supporting his balls? Figure. Are you holding them up, cupping them, keeping them nice and warm?
Bo Dallas or a Bray Wyatt head.
Dressed up like a T-Rex with that perfect strut. All the people in the chat's just going nuts. You need a rock. Can I get a rock? If you're not feeling well, it's a nice surprise to get her off a bit. With the tiny little arms and the flowing tail. If you don't like it, you can go fuck yourself. Can I get a rock?
Wait, what the fuck? That reminds me of Jay. He has both balls.
Just before I piss off probably every Overnight fan and Matt Rife fan, I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Put that out there. I don't care. Elton from Overnight and his channel.
It was me, sorry, I was drunk.
They have bought a fake haunted museum and a house. They're claiming it's now even more haunted than it's ever been claimed to be. And they're going to charge people $2 grand to go there. But it's okay, because they're giving you blankets and snacks. Listen, charge 500 quid for people that don't have channels with hundreds of thousands or millions of subscribers. And they can take their own blankets or pot noodles. The fuck? So let's get into it. For the first time in history, overnight bookings available 5th at 6 p.m. EST. Only 100 nights guaranteed. Bookings are marked as sold out until September the 5th, 6 p.m. when they go on sale. This method allows us to show you the available dates and pricing in advance of the going on sale. I was told
I'm not paying no $2,000 to go to the house of bullshit.
Which is fucking ridiculous. But then I'm told it's actually closer to £2,200. And that's just for the visit and the equipment and snacks and bedding. Or if you take a sleeping bag and your own snacks. Because I don't believe that a pot noodle, a sleeping bag and some water and fizzy pop is worth $1.50. Now, I understand they have spent $1 million on this house and they want to get their money back as quick as they can. They don't want to be trying to make this million back over the next 20 years. And right now, they're striking while the iron is hot. New Conjuring.
I'd rather spend $2K on
probably make that $1 million back by the end of Halloween.
I mean, go you, I guess. What the fuck?
Community. You
damn, Jay.
Bags. My view is skewed on this because I don't believe the Warrens had any gifts. I believe that they were nothing but con artists. Ed has been accused of some really heinous acts.
Yeah.
I just don't like the Warrens. I don't have... Overnight, they're as fake as the rest of them. They do the same bullshit as the rest of them, but they don't argue, they don't cry, they don't bitch, and they don't moan as much as the rest of them. I mean, there was the whole thing where one of them left, and that got all sorts of nasty, but it's just people being people, and these are people that are grown up on the internet, I guess. The home and museum are not open for public tours or access. This is a private residence, no tours of the home, top-of-the-line security, fair enough. Keeping the neighbours happy as well, I imagine. Complying with fire laws, regulations. The former home of N. Lorraine Warren. The Warren home is one of the most legendary locations in paranormal history. For decades, this quiet New England house
God,
is where N. Lorraine
bullshit.
Yeah, quiet house. The house was never reported to be haunted, as far as I know. Just the museum, which isn't haunted because everything's controlled by priests that they made up. You're gonna get charged to stay in a house that's not haunted. Hopefully you get full access to the museum for a substantial amount of time. I'm skipping all this because I just don't believe in what the Warrens were selling. I mean,
I don't either, and I pointed out.
Warren Occult Museum and Passageway. Attached to the home via a haunted passageway is the Warren Occult Museum. A room contains a collection of more than 750 alleged haunted and demonic artifacts gathered across decades of investigations. Right,
the Warrens were the shit before the age of the internet fucking brought out all the dirty laundry and proved that they were full of shit.
Bold red lettering. Where are the independent adjudications for this? Where are the scientific community's input on this? Surely, to advertise this as legitimately haunted by
obviously they don't have that
artifacts and demons, there needs
fucking
to be
shot in hell they have that
form of proof. Insurance. How does the insurance work? Yeah, we're opening up a home with a less scary looking version of this bitch. Can actually scratch, kill, damage, maim, or hurt. Insurance company will be like, get the fuck out of here. Items such as an Annabelle, Shadow Doll, Conjuring Mirror, Satanic Idol, Vampire's
Vampire's Coffin
is a cloth sack of shit. It ain't doing nothing. I don't know what that is. The Conjuring Mirror, I know what that is. Satanic Idol, whatever. Vampire's Coffin. Vampires ain't fucking real. Grow up. The devil made me do it, dinosaur. Why would the devil made me do it, dinosaur be haunted when the story was the possession of a child and the possession then moved on to an adult who basically used the possession story to murder somebody for stopping his wife? Why in the fuck is a dinosaur in there? Shouldn't you have Army in a cage? Like,
it's because this is dumb shit, and we know it.
Death balls, Pegasus doll, black magic weapons, devil's sword, human skulls, fire dolls, satanic panic items, voodoo dolls, shrunken heads. Can we get an adjudicator in on these shrunken heads to see if they're legitimately shrunken heads or if they're something created by Ed or bought from a fancy dress shop for Halloween? Countless display cases filled with nearly
probably all of the above.
1,000 more items used in witchcraft, occult, and dark practices.
Got a bot to swat.
Each with his own story. Its own fucking made-up story. The museum also houses 75 of Ed Warren's paintings, as well as his office with the original paranormal investigation devices used on the most infamous of cases, many of which have never
God,
been seen
this is such garbage!
I can see this really appealing to movie fans instead of paranormal fans.
Yeah.
People that have loved the Conjuring movies, super fans, and the horror genre has a incredible fan base. People pay a lot of money for shit like this and screen-used props or prop replicas. I mean, I got a prop replica, Freddy Krueger glove up there, Negan's back from The Walking Dead. I've got a few prop replicas around the studio. I think this is going to appeal more, even though the website, as you can tell, doesn't really feature Vera Farmiga or Patrick Wilson or the Conjuring movies. It's all the real Ed
I like Twitch more. Be right back. I mean, whatever.
The audience that watch the movies. Okay, supervised access to the Warren's Occult Museum, which houses the most haunted items in the world, including Annabelle. I did wonder if Annabelle would be there with Nespa taking it on tour. I could go into a Nespa rant here, but I better not. Bunch of fucking idiots. All of us could join the largest collection of ghost hunting equipment in existence. It's a bold claim, but yeah. Available a few inspired guests, we aim to make this the greatest paranormal research location ever. No, you mean
it's not
to make this the greatest ghost hunting paid for location ever.
It's more of like a tourist attraction.
Any old Tom, Dick, and Harry can come there with no experience whatsoever. Pick up your camcorders, film
jerk each other off. Yeah, all that stuff.
By any stretch of the imagination. I mean, we'll rant a bit later, I think. Right, so you check in at 5:30 p.m, you check out at 1:30 p.m. 20 hours total. See, that I like. A lot of places fuck you right over because you book in at 6 p.m, and then 8 a.m, when you've slept for half an hour, you're out, and then you've got a long drive home. Most people have to pay for another hotel after the location. 30 drive to checkout is 12 p.m, and they ain't like 12 p.m, they're banging on the door, get the F out. Just like, post the keys through when you're done. Doesn't matter if you go slightly over. And that is great for you to investigate all night, then get a decent night's sleep before you have to drive home the next day. I like that. It's also a gated property with private parking. Cool. You get 4 hours of access to the museum with all the artifacts. Fair enough. 9:30 to 1:30. Access to the museum under supervision from experienced staff. Spiritual protective measures and history provided by the staff. All rules and guidelines must be followed.
Blah, blah, blah,
I get
blah,
that
blah.
these artifacts have a monetary value, so you can't have anyone touching them or disrespecting them or like Sam Colby kung fu kicking them off shelves for a laugh. But I do wonder about the staff being in the room. I do wonder, do you hear that knocking? And it's one of them things like that. Things like we've seen with the Conjuring house, you know? Where certain staff members were employed to make sure people got an experience. Tap, tappity, tap, tap. Full paranormal investigation, a filming kit, a toolkit worth 25 grand. Oof. There were 50 different devices, night vision, body cameras, handheld cameras provided. Basic essentials, holy water. This knocks somebody off. I don't need the holy water. I can bring my sleeping bag. I've got my own towels. I've got my own bathroom essentials. I bring my own drinks and snacks. That's AI generated. That's not actually the equipment. But we've got cat balls, K2s, useless. REM pods, useless. Right,
it's a big list of hot garbage.
Oh, right. Here we go. A Panasonic DR60 EVP recorder. It is not... This is false advertising. It is a Panasonic DR60 dictaphone that is inherently flawed for paranormal.
Yes,
and it's also no good for its actual
garbage.
use in real life. This is paying to get false positives. Ovulus, CAC, thermal cameras. I like the idea of using thermal cameras. Motion sensor music boxes. Yeah, great, unless you've got night vision on or you cast a shadow. K2 devices, useless. REM pods, useless. Spirit boxes, useless. Headphones, Laser grid detectors, useless? Maybe? I don't know, never used one. EDI meters. I'm not entirely sure what an EDI meter is. I think it's one of those yes-no boxes. Useless if you don't know how it works. Spirit boards, yeah. Let's go and do a Ouija board in the Occult Museum of Death. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
flux
we
meters.
should do that.
Magnetic flashlights. Again, you're paying for false positives. Dowsing rods. Got a set in the drawer there. Used them once.
What's a spirit watch? What the fuck is a spirit watch?
What's that? Tripwire. I think that's the EMF thing across the floor. Spirit lantern, envoy, boo buddy, spirit chat, and far more. Some of those devices are going to give you false positives.
Hey, Halsey Ryan, thank you for the alert. It's been a while.
The DR60 will give you false positives. The REM pod will give you false positives. EMF gives you false positives.
Yeah, all that shit.
This isn't a paranormal experiment. This isn't. This is a turn up, use all this broken shit.
No, you listed the fucking crappy DR60 as the first item on the fucking list.
Have a great time advertising to your friends. Right, new owners, Matt Rife bought the home. Warren Legacy to the public. Nothing to do with maximising on the... Do you know what? Maybe they believe it could be haunted. I'm not going to go with these guys.
I gotta be honest, I kind of liked Matt Rife.
Okay,
until the Warren Occult Museum shit and this.
8 people. So
I've lost a lot of respect for him.
The last price I saw was 2,200.
This is a fucking joke.
Between 8 people. Can't afford it. And I think this has been done on purpose. This is to only apply to super fans of the movies or to those paranormal investigators that'll go in there, scream, dude, bro, that can afford this. Because while Elton's wife, I believe, has said that, you know, skeptics are welcome and they won't interfere with the footage, which I don't know if I believe. There is no debunking channel big enough to afford this outside of John Wolfe. John Wolfe primarily more famous for gaming and stuff and his Goosebumps content. So they can say, yeah, the debunkers are welcome. Well, name me a debunker that could ever afford this. because it's $2,000 whether the debunker goes on
I
his own
wouldn't
or with
spend
friends.
it even if I could afford it.
Spiritual
That's fucking
liability
ridiculous.
Waiver, guests must
I
be
feel like I'm
checked
throwing
out
my
of
money the
property
fuck
by
away.
1:30.
I don't throw my
Host
money the
meeting
fuck away.
gate cannot be extended. Right. So you get brand new beds. Bedding provided. You can sleep in the normal beds, unlike other locations. 3 of the beds are Murphy-style beds. Murphy? Is that like a...
I know what those are.
bed?
They fold out
2
from the
full
bed.
bathrooms, towel.
Murphy beds, they
Cool.
fold out from the
All
wall.
this, really good. You can get all this in a hotel for £50 a night. Property museum, haunted rules, 0 tolerance on candle burning, incest, vaping, or smoking of any kind. Fair. Get designated car park guests. Only authorised guests. Outside fire pit is
see,
not
I'm right
allowed.
out.
No pets
I would have
allowed,
to
fair.
smoke. I need a
Only
cigarette.
Smoking out the back. Fair. Spiritual and physical protection measures. Every guest will be asked to sign a physical liability waiver, as well as a spiritual liability waiver.
Spiritual liability!
I've signed a waiver. No touchy-touchy. Safety is our top priority. Protective measures and items will be given to all guests to use at their discretion. Holy water, rosary beads, protection items, prayer cards, and more. What happens if you're not religious? Holy water and rosary beads would be wholly useless to me. There's also a spiritual sanctuary, a highly protected, blessed area that can be used at any time with additional... Oh, so if somebody gets freaked out, there's a safe room. You're investigating.
There's a safe room? Yep, none of the ghosts can come in the safe room.
This is ridiculous. It's not. Some people believe. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be.
No, I'll say it. I'm a dick.
In people's beliefs.
People are dumb.
You're staying overnight one of the most haunted locations on Earth. No, you're not. You're staying in the Warrens' home that was never really reported to have been haunted. I think the haunting was consigned to the artifact in the museum. In fact, the Warrens made sure that their home wasn't haunted. There was a haunted corridor, apparently, but there was locks all over it and shit. You're staying in a non-haunted house. There's got a couple of hours in the haunted bit. The rest don't matter. But you can have a shower and a pot noodle. Do they have pot noodles in the USA? I doubt it. We're not liable for any physical or spiritual afflictions that may occur during your visit or any point after. This is...
I don't know what he means by pot noodles. I assumed he meant ramen.
Scratches, possessions, attachments, vomiting, fainting, levitation, sleep paralysis, bruising, black eyes, psychic wounds, nightmares, voices in your head, astral projection. Fuck me.
Oh my god.
Capsules insurance-wise from the nutters out there, I imagine. It's also, I imagine, to sell and advertise this place as fucking dangerous. Come here, but it's at your own risk. You could get scratched, black eyes. Do I look like Barry Guy? I ain't getting chinned by no ghost. Occult museum.
Knock that ghost the fuck out!
And museum access.
That's why you gotta be a necromancer like me.
To 1:30. What's this locked? It's locked. I get that. It's expensive equipment that they are leasing. I understand that. But there may be CCTV system installed. We can view the security cameras inside the... Right. I guess that makes sense. Ghost hunting. One-of-a-kind experimental paranormal investigations devices have been built and placed around various items of the property. See, for the average public, that's cool. For skeptics and debunkers, we need to know what's inside that equipment, how it's built, how it registers. Does it give false positives? What are the parameters? What is the data? But that's boring. Nobody gives a shit about that. An extensive paranormal investigation ghost hunting kit, including night vision capable cameras, is included in your overnight stay. The kit is valued at 25 grand. If you choose to use the devices or cameras, we will ask for a credit card to be put in place in case of malicious damage or theft. Fair. Tools do break, accidents do happen. The credit card on file is in case of theft or intentional destruction, such as throwing something at the wall or Colby Brock flying kick in the shit out of Annabelle. All devices will be on an organised and marked shelving system in the kitchen area of the home so everyone can clearly identify what tools have been taken and what needs to be put back. All devices will be charged and prepared by our staff. The QR code provided that has short videos on how to use each camera. I still think this is a rip-off. I still think this is
don't trust fucking things like that.
Off the movie, not the actual war.
Yeah, the credit card on file, if you fuck with our shit, we're going to think. Even if you didn't fuck with our shit, we're probably going to charge you anyways because we're broke-ass bitches because we're charging $2,000 for this.
And the cameras. It's just that little added extra there. SD and micro SD cards are not provided. Right, so if you turn up there expecting to use a 4K night vision camera with your cheap SD card, it won't work. You'll have to buy decent SD cards, but if your SD card is cack, they'll sell them.
Yeah.
Micro SD card packages available to purchase, not guaranteed. 2 Canon XF405 cameras. They're decent cameras as far as I know. We're not responsible for the film and offloading in anything regards. Right, this is important. Filming and social media rules and regulations.
Here we
no
go.
Live streams without explicit permission first prior to visit. In case you find something skew-if, or maybe they just don't want people going in there, going live, being like, Ed's a noncio. They might. No filming for network television without explicit permission. Fine. No sponsored content. Fine. Filming for personal use of social media is allowed, but please note all content of any length posted to any social media platform must first be reviewed and approved by our team to ensure factual accuracy and respectful intent of the home museum and the Warrens.
Fuck yourself.
So what they're saying is, you can go there and do the following. Yo, we are at the home of the most violent doll in history, the Warrens Occult Museum, and I am here with this spooky bitch, Annabelle. We're at the home of the alleged nonce, Ed Warren. Ooh. Can't do that, but that's what's factually accurate. The alleged sexual alliances with the babysitter who was very young.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line there? Enelrine Home has been open for overnight guests in an effort to build up.
Well, I already said I'm not going to this fucking place. We know you're not going to this fucking place.
To capitalize on the money made from the movie. Just saying. The sole purpose is to allow more people to learn and experience from the history, home, and the items themselves, but maintaining historical accuracy and respect is our top priority.
Bullshit!
If historical accuracy and respect is your top priority, then you have to take into account the people that feel like Ed was what he's accused of being. And you have to respect the victims of Ed. And you have to respect the opinions of those who want to make sure the victims of Ed are not forgotten. And the victims of Lorraine, because she was about as psychic as my little toe.
Yeah.
2 of our team members will review every piece of content within approximately 72 hours to ensure it meets all of our home guidelines on respectful integrity. Any content is posted out approval is subject to a copyright takedown and legal repercussions. Wow.
Nah, go fuck yourself. You're going to charge $2,000 and then say, well, anything you film here, we have the right to go. No, you can't use it. But it's going to cost you $2,000 while we sit there over your fucking shoulder and fucking make sure everything looks good for us. So we're not screwing our... This is such fucking garbage. Eat a dick.
Oh, wow. This is controlling the narrative. In my opinion, piece of content under 3 minutes will not result in any additional
I hope they don't make no money, but you know there's people still going to pay into it.
Content longer than 3 minutes will incur a content review fee based on the content duration. To cover the cost of 2 of our staff members to approve the content. If you intend to make any content of any length, please notify us in advance. So basically, if I was to book
fuck yourself.
Like, right, what's your YouTube channel? Beardo gets scared. Shit, he's a debunker. Take out all the stuff that's going to give him false positives. Don't put that in. He's going to make a full-length video. And then they're going to charge me 500 quid? 2,200, which gives you all of the equipment. But if you want to put out a 30-minute video, 200 quid. If you want to put out an hour video, 300 quid. 2 hours, 400. 4 hours, 500. But this cost is just so these staff, 2 of them, can go through the footage. Fair. Except that they'll...
They shouldn't have to go through the footage. Go fuck yourself.
Speed. Ensure you haven't said anything negative about the Warrens. Ensure you don't say anything negative about Overnight or Matt Rife's comedy. I think he's been in some hot water, but he doesn't care. Whatever. Comedy is comedy. I get it. Comedy can be subjective. Doesn't mean the people making the jokes are nasty. You could really watch 4 hours worth of footage in 2 hours quite easily, and they're going to charge $500 for that. $500, 2 hours work. Listen, Elton, I'm an editing whiz. I fully believe in the Warrens. I fully believe in Annabelle. Hire my ass immediately. I'll go through everyone's footage, sack the other person off, give me their fee, because I can get through an investigation. I can get through 4 hours of footage across multiple cameras. Easy peasy. I'll even line it all up in my editing software. God damn. If our team requests changes to the content
edit.
for factual
I just hate
accuracy,
doing
move it to the subject matter that
I
demonstrates
really hate
intentional
editing.
disrespectful behaviour. That content must be resubmitted until approved. There are no additional filming. Ooh. No, I'm not saying they would, but bearing in mind Overnight's channel, Elton's channel. The guys that wear stab vests and get false positives on purpose and then push that out as the real paranormal. What is to stop you submitting your footage on your memory cards and then them removing, which they can do, or adding to it? Because with basic editing skills, somebody sends in your footage, they've got it for 72 hours, you get it back, you're like, holy shit, Annabelle moved. I don't quite remember that camera angle. Hey, but I can't say anything because they own the rights to my footage.
Yep.
Slippery slope this.
Yep. Don't go there. Do not go here.
You know,
it's a ripoff.
Right, whatever. So, I'm led to believe it's $2,200 whether it's 1 or 8 people. On top of that, if you film it, which most people are going to do, your total is nearly $3,000 if you film for the 4 hours. Take into account traveling, flights, transfers, depending on where you are in the US. If you're outside of the US, this is looking more like a $10,000 trip. And I believe that's on purpose. Nobody going there to be factual, honest, or nobody that is going there to disprove is going to pay this extortionate amount of money. And I think they know that. The only people that are going to be able to afford this are movie mega fans that are just going to want to go there.
They're going to leave that part out. When they get criticized, they're like, well, debunkers are invited, and leave out the part where we're going to charge you a whole bunch of money and take all your footage and tell you what you're allowed to even put out. They're like, but debunkers are invited. They're allowed to come and do whatever they want. Go fuck yourself. That's my thought. Eat a fucking dick.
No matter what, because of the Conjuring movies, then YouTubers that can afford it, like Sam and Colby and all of them lots, so they can go in there, do their dude bro crap, the equipment goes off, oh, whoa, and it'll all be this mixing pot of a bunch of rich friends from YouTube all agreeing with each other in this little echo chamber.
This is fucking
the most
stupid.
haunted house on the planet, and it'll probably push the cost up in the future. Or maybe the hype of the movie will die down, the hype of Halloween will die down. New Year, they'll drop the costs, but then they'll start letting their friends in there. More and more live streams. Oh man, this sucks. This is a lot more expensive than the Conjuring house. I mean, take away the Conjuring house presently, because you can't get in there because the owner's a nutter. That place was historically haunted. People have been going there for many years, and some people claim to have had experiences there. Has the Warren's house ever claimed to have been haunted? As far as I know, it was
as far as I know, no,
for the family, because it was protected from everything in the shed. I mean, the museum. They've advertised it really well. They've built the website really well. It looks fantastic. And to the average, I watch ghost hunting shows, and to the average, I've watched the movies. This looks absolutely insane. Somewhere that nobody's ever been able to investigate before. But once you get more than surface deep, Jesus, they control your footage. They own your footage. They own what you say about the footage. It's all submitted to them. So your footage is out of your hands for a time, something I would never agree to. I'd agree to people telling me, hey, we own that footage from our building, but I'd never hand it over. Now, you may remember a short while ago, the Conjuring house drama. I was heavily involved in that. And then when the prices came out, I was heavily critical of that. It's a fraction of the cost of this. I was like, I hope the paranormal teams don't start buying these places up, because there was talk of paranormal channels, YouTubers buying the Conjuring house when it started to look like it was going under. And then Sam and Colby bought a haunted school, and I was like, how much? And the price was off. The price that was leaked out was way higher than it actually is. It's still too expensive, but the price was wrong. So I've held back on this. I haven't released update after update, because initially I saw the price and was like, yeah, fuck off. So I've waited. It's 2,200. So it's 2,200.
My wife wouldn't let me buy a haunted place even if I wanted to.
Reporting that it was 2,000 per person, and I was like, that can't be right. I'll hang fire on that. I'm glad I did. But holy shit. But yeah, Sam and Colby bought the school, and I was like, I hope this doesn't start a precedence for rich YouTubers buying up haunted properties. Now Overnight have bought one of the properties that's not haunted as far as I know, apart from the shed museum. How many more teams are going to start this, and then these price hikes in order to keep this echo chamber alive, that anyone that can afford this for YouTube who is going to say it's haunted to get the maximum views.
Yeah.
Oh, paranormal's fucked. Every January I start the
it's
year,
a hot mess. It's been a hot mess.
Possibly getting in a better place this year. And just before spooky season, I'm just like, oh, it's screwed. It's worse than last year.
Yeah, this video is old.
It'll be interesting to see what footage comes out of this. It won't. It's going to be people screaming at REM pods, dude, bro in. I can't even say it's sad.
The same old shit. It's the same old shit.
To want to sleep in Lorraine Warren's house that's not haunted as far as I know. Years ago, I would have been interested in visiting the museum. But now? Absolutely not. I mean, there's even rumours that it's not the actual Annabelle doll. There's rumours that the doll that's there is a replacement because the original was apparently sold. Apparently, there's as much evidence, there's as much out there saying it's not and it is. Whatever.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I don't believe
I wouldn't put it past
the
them.
Annabelle doll is haunted.
I wouldn't.
They've priced out everyone. They have priced out skeptics. And I personally believe that would be on purpose. I think they've priced out legitimate teams, and I think that is on purpose. The only people that can afford this are mega fans of the movies that will spend ridiculous amounts of money on stuff, and the large YouTube channels that will basically feed into this rhetoric that is open, that it's haunted because a REM pod has gone off, because the DR60 recorded its internal noises. As shrewd businessmen, I think Elton and Matt Rife have absolutely nailed this as long as it sells. But the website looks fantastic.
I hope it doesn't,
like you're
but it
getting
will.
a lot of bang for your buck. But in the paranormal world, do you get bang for your buck? Nah.
If you reward bad behavior, you get more bad behavior.
To take the paranormal
So people that go and pay for this shit are just going to encourage them like more of the same shit.
Is a cash grab off after the death of the Warrens and the release of a new movie that is frankly going viral. The Annabelle doll going on tour, that went viral. Rumours about it going missing went viral. Poor Dan Rivera's death, that went viral for all the wrong reasons. He was killed by Annabelle. No, he fucking wasn't. He died of death. Annabelle burned down this house. No, she didn't.
That's exactly what I said. Every time something happens connected in any way, it's it must be Annabelle. Oh, it must be the curse or this or some ghost or fucking goddamn jerk-off demons. Who cares?
The paranormal's fucked. I fully expect to see more haunted locations be bought up by large channels to price out the critical thinkers and the debunkers. I fully expect more teams to see this business model if it works and be like, holy shit, we could conjure in-house every location in the United States. Keep the naysayers and the debunkers out. Keep all our friends coming round and round and round, because they'll spend $2,000 in a video, get 2 million views, which means they've earned more than their money back. I once wrote a song in a band called Failed State called Fat Cats, and it was basically about the government pulling your pants down, but I think some of those lyrics would apply to this, where the rich keep getting richer and the poor just keep getting poorer, because none of the channels I watch or support are going to be able to afford a visit there. Do please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. For $2,500 and another $500.
Oh, fuck all for fucking super expensive shit.
Stuff you all beat out.
Oh my god. Alright, hold on. Y'all go get to the intro real fucking quick. Alright, let's remove that. Okay. The Side-Eye Guy, exposing Midwest ghost hunters' fakest video yet at the Demon Sally house. Oh, the Sally house. Alright, I have followed the Sally house since I was young. Back when I used to watch a show called Sightings. And they talked about the Sally house. That was the first place I heard of it. And I believe there was a movie made. It was a fictional movie, but it was called, I think it was called like A Haunting in the Heartland. I think Beau Bridges was in it. And basically that was made about the Sally house, but like loosely based type shit. So yeah, the Sally house is one of the places I'd like to go one day, just because I followed it for so long. But let's see how bad Midwest Ghost Hunters did on this.
Hey, segues. Today we're watching Ian from Midwest Ghost Hunter at the Sally house, and we're going to see just how much of a twat he makes of himself. This guy right here who wrote this comment on Ian's video knew what was coming, so let's just get on with it, eh?
Tonight, I am stepping into one of the most terrifying haunted houses in the United States.
I doubt it.
A place where visitors have reported bloody scratches, levitating dolls, and dark, unnatural shadows that move on their own.
I've never heard about the levitating dolls part.
This is actually the first time I've ever covered a ghost hunter going to the Sally house on my channel. Whenever I cover anyone going to anywhere in Atchison, it ends up being either the McIntyre Villa or, of course, Steve's House of the Dead, which is really close to the Sally house. And Steve will often boast about how much more haunted his bullshit attraction is to the Sally house.
Because whatever you felt there at the Sally house, it is going to be tenfold. Blah, 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 blah,
Which
blah,
almost
blah,
sounds
blah,
like a flex,
blah,
but
blah.
the Sally house just isn't haunted.
Well, duh.
It just isn't. The history and the mythology surrounding the Sally house and the little girl named Sally has all been debunked. There is not a shred of evidence to back any of it up.
They say a little girl named Sally haunts these corridors, but others believe she isn't a ghost at all. She is something far worse.
I need to clarify this for anyone that hasn't seen one of my previous Midwest Ghost Hunter videos. I think it is a parody channel. I think Ian very much knows what he's doing here.
That freaking doll just got dragged away. I don't want to go in there now. Hell no.
That's some funny shit. He films his videos in a way to make fun of other over-the-top ghost hunting YouTubers, but to be totally transparent here, he has never actually openly or publicly come out to say this.
But he's okay with the
closest we
ribbing.
got to this is probably when Ian agreed to
He's
come
cool
onto one of
with
my live streams
the being mocked and stuff. He gets it.
First of all, how long have you been a parody channel for?
You're funny. At the end of the day, you know, whether you think it's real, whether you think it's fake, whether you think it's scary, funny, whatever you take from it, as long as you're entertained, at the end of the day, that's all that matters to me. I mean, I'm not here to try to convert people or make them think it's real.
As outrageously stupid as his videos are, I gotta admit, I do have a bit of a soft spot for them because they are so funny. The acting is like something you find out of the room.
Oh, hi, Mark.
The ridiculous ghostly stunts he
I did
pulls are like
not.
something straight
hi,
out of a
Mark.
dummy's guide to ghost hunting. But against all the odds, somehow, for some reason, I find myself coming back to Ian's videos with a smile on my face. And even though I've interviewed Ian, and I do think Ian is a nice guy, that does not mean I have to pull back any of my punches when it comes to laughing at him. Or am I laughing with him? Honest to God, I don't even know anymore.
And I'm going to be staying the entire night in this place completely alone. And I gotta say, I am terrified.
Fucking pussy.
The Sally house is said to be one of the most terrifying houses in the nation.
I want
Built in
that sound clip. I
1867,
need to add
this
that.
unassuming house once served as the residence and medical office of Dr. Charles Finney. One fateful night, a desperate mother rushed through its doors, carrying her unconscious daughter, Sally.
That's about as much of the history on this nothing suburban house as I could be bothered to watch from Ian. As I mentioned earlier, there is no evidence to support that a little girl named Sally ever existed, let alone died in this house. But I didn't click on this video for any bullshit history or mythology. I came here to laugh at Ian's antics. But in short, the basic premise for this story is that there is a demon in this nothing house that goes by Sally. As in the demon itself, for some reason, wants to present itself as a little girl.
It's so dumb.
I mean, what a load of bull.
Down in the basement lies a scorched pentagram burned into the floor.
Isn't that the same theory, the same idea that they went with for the Annabelle doll? That it's actually a demon pretending to be the ghost of a little girl? And it's the same fucking shit. They're saying Sally is actually a demon pretending to be the ghost of a little girl.
First off, that just looks like black mold on the floor there, which is something far more worthy to be fearful of than demons or ghosts. But even if this ugly stain was once upon a time a pentagram, why would that be anything to concern yourself with? Even if you believe in this shit, a pentagram is supposed to offer you protection.
Whatever it is,
Yeah, a lot
harbors
of people
deep
mistake
hatred
that.
for men, often leaving deep bloody
The upside
scratches
down pentagram
across
is
their
considered
skin.
satanic.
All right, guys, we are officially here. House 508. This is said to be Probably one of the most haunted houses in the nation. The Sally house.
Shut the fuck up!
Hello? Sally.
By the way, the lights do work. You can turn them on. He's just choosing not to.
Locked in.
No, you're not, Ian. You
No,
can leave
you can
anytime
leave.
you
Yep.
like. Booking for the Sally House is pretty inexpensive
Tell me I
as
can
far
leave.
as famous
Tell me it's
alleged
okay for
haunted
me to
locations
leave.
go in America in 2025. It is actually owned by Atchison City rather than a private owner, so that will probably be why the price is relatively cheap. But when booking for this place, it's no different than booking any other type of accommodation online. And of course, you can just come and go as you please, like you could in any other Airbnb type booking. Ian is just talking bollocks here for dramatic effect.
The energy in here.
Well, duh. Don't they all do that?
Absolutely palpable. Like I just immediate
Palpable.
goosebumps.
Palpable.
Just walking in.
Palpable.
I've got a feeling this is going to be a long night.
It's gonna
You
be
don't
a
have to be
long
afraid.
night. Yeah, damn right.
If you're in here or anywhere in this house, could you make a sound?
No. Okay, that was a good one, Tech. You got me. You got me with that one.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and try a K2 session. See if I can communicate with her. Or any other spirits. Never know.
Yeah, I think we know. I think we all know. The K2 will spike whenever Ian asks a
Yep.
question, as if there's some otherworldly intelligent being answering the questions by energy exchange with the K2 meter lighting up.
How about 20?
How about 50?
What? No way. 20 freaking spirits?
No. Wait.
Sally, if you are here, I've got a K2 meter. It's a device that'll detect your presence.
No, it won't.
It won't harm you in any way.
Because there's nothing to harm.
Whoa. What was that? If that was you, could you move by this device here, this green light?
No.
Holy... There it is again.
Ian, have you ever come across a ghost that didn't want to fuck with you?
Try the K2 in here. Seems like she's in this room right
Surprise,
now.
motherfucker.
Alright, Sally. I'm gonna back away from the K2 a bit. Give you some space. It won't harm you.
Has Ian ever been to a place that is not haunted?
Well, there was one time I was at McDonald's and I noticed when I was eating my burger, I was like, wow, it's pretty quiet.
Eating at McDonald's is probably more dangerous than any ghost hunting place.
Are you trying to open this cabinet? What the heck was that? Oh, weird.
Nothing. It was nothing.
It's like a rosary. Right here.
So?
Is that like for protection? For whatever
For decoration?
is in this house?
Fucking idiot.
They even got like a Bible right there. Whoa. Dude. That rosary was moving.
Dude.
It just moved on its own. What the...
Funny how the rosary is out of the shot when it gets touched. Shame that really, isn't it?
Yep.
And you're going to find in this video that quite often when the ghostly happenings occur, it will often be off camera. Because of course it fucking is.
Oh my gosh, dude, I don't like that. That's just... I don't know, that just...
Go on.
Whoa, look. The K2's going off. Oh my
What's
god,
up,
dude, she is in this
fuckers?
room with me. Holy... There is no doubt about it right now. There's
No doubt.
absolutely no doubt.
None
She's
at all.
in this house.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Alright, Sally. You can stop if you'd like. Thank you.
Ian likes to use the K2 meter because it's so easily to manipulate. He'll
Yep.
more than likely have some kind of electronic device strapped underneath the table to where the K2 meter is, and he's probably controlling that second device with his other hand that is not holding the camera.
Sally, would you like to communicate with this
No.
device?
How about no?
Sally, if you're still in here, I'm taking photos. Could you show yourself
No.
in one of these photos? I'm gonna go ahead and go upstairs. See if she ran up here.
No one cares!
Sally, are you up there?
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it!
Not seeing anything in the photos yet. What the? What the was that?
A clear as day shitty audio overlay of a child's music box.
Yep.
Sounded like music. Like twinkling music.
Is it really like twinkling music, was it?
Alright, well, let's go up and take a look. Whoa!
Whoa!
Where is that coming from?
I mean, it's all coming from your post edits. None of this is happening in real time. All the music stuff comes later. Ian knows in that moment what he is going to fake in the post editing process of this video.
Sally, I hear you playing music. It almost sounds like a music box. I have no idea where it's coming from.
Stop dragging this shit out, Ian. Yes, your overlay music box crap is coming from one of the rooms. Just get the fuck on with it.
Whoa.
Dude, I think I just got something.
Dude.
You probably caught it off Twin Paranormal.
Dude, there's a fucking mist. A mist in this room.
Can I just quickly do my Ian impression? What was that? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
That doll! It just freaking went flying.
What do you think?
I sound nothing like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my goodness, I wonder if this is where the music box came from.
Could be.
Look at that.
Could be, possibly.
There's a mist in there. And it looks child size.
Oh my god.
Sake. This is one of Ian's cheeky little party tricks. And no, this isn't actually the first time Ian has even caught a mist-like blobby figure in one of his videos. Pretty lucky, isn't he, to keep capturing these things on camera all the time. Also, do you notice how both of these effects, I mean fucking ghosts, look
fucking ghosts? Why can't they be normal ghosts? They always gotta be fucking?
Coming in.
The fucking.
Don't be alarmed.
I am alarmed.
Don't be scared.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There's the music box.
Duh.
See if it's what I heard. Seems
I don't even know how to open it.
I'm a wanker.
Are you serious? How? She would have had to have opened this video.
All right. That got me with that one. I didn't see that one coming.
It's about as dumb as asking Google how to spell Google.
To make that go off. Oh, dude, that is unbelievable.
Yes, Ian, here we can agree. It is unbelievable.
Bruh.
I mean, the way the camera moved there out and out looked like an editing movement. At least to me, anyway. There was no natural kind of shaking that I would expect to happen if someone was actually holding this with their hand and got startled like Ian is making out he did. This is more than likely on a tripod. Ian went from the other side of the door and pushed the ball himself, and then he just overlaid his own hysterical sounding screams. I mean, it's so shit, but I gotta admit, I kinda love it.
Whoa! Whoa! Did you see that?
No! I didn't see shit!
About this road across the doorway. That is creepy on so many levels.
That is creepy!
Ian regulated his tempo very quickly here. It's like it went from 100 down to 10 in mere seconds.
About this road across the doorway. That is creepy on so many levels.
It's a ball.
I love how he keeps replaying this
big
like
ball.
anyone would have missed that huge ball rolling past the door in center frame the first time it fucking happened.
There it is. Where the hell did you come from? This thing just came out.
Well, it came from the right. We just saw it.
It just rolled into existence. Like,
yeah,
okay. Don't push your luck now.
There's no way. There's no way. Like, how could that cause that? Like, is that possible? Have you ever had that happen in your house? Like, I'm just trying to think logically, but
Fucking dick!
it seems like this house logic just goes out the window.
Duh. Fucking dick!
Sally, you don't have to be scared. I've come here to be your friend. Would you like to be my friend?
No.
No!
I've come here to be your friend. Whoa, 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 what was that?
The fucking audacity.
I didn't hear that. That's the weird part. I didn't even hear that at all with my own ears. Like, I just heard it on the EVP.
Of course.
Alright guys, I'm gonna try another EVP session in this room. I'm not experiencing much, but I just feel like she's in here. I'm getting that same creepy feeling from before.
I'm sure. Okay.
Sally, could you tell me, how old are you?
22.
Could you tell me when your birthday is?
No.
Alright, let's listen back. Could you tell me when your birthday is? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That doesn't even sound like the same recording. It's,
Oh my
it's more
God,
fucking
Ian, what the fuck was that?
layered
okay,
over.
let's ignore this painfully obvious fake EVP and for a moment just focus on this weird ass long pause here from Ian from when he hears this voice.
Could you tell me when your birthday is? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He thought he was going to
He doesn't
add more,
react
but he
whatsoever
decided
for the longest time, and then there's a cut where he is now looking at the recorder, and then he decides to do his hammy overacting. How many takes did he do before he came up with this one? The timing is all over the place, and nothing about this looks natural whatsoever.
Exactly.
I heard you don't like men. Do you not like me? Whoa, what did she just say?
Penis.
Who is the demon?
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Okay. No. That's it, I'm done.
Are you though? Are you though?
That sounded like laughter on there. She was just laughing.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Every other ghost hunter, myself included, are doing EVPs totally wrong. We've got to ask Ian how he's doing this right, because the motherfucker hits a home run every single bloody time.
That doesn't sound good.
No shit.
Why would she laugh at that? Why?
Because you made her.
Why would a little girl laugh at something like that?
We're all laughing at it.
You'd think she'd be scared of a demon, not think it's something to laugh at.
I do.
What was that?
It was at this moment he knew.
Oh, hell
he
no.
fucked up.
Hell no.
Oh God. Was Ian high on Skittles before making this video? Seriously, what the hell were you taking before you started making this video, Ian? Even by his standards, this is pretty fucking out there. Okay, so the doll's head more than likely had some string attached to it. But I gotta admit, I don't really care how Ian did this. I just can't get past his acting for this one. I mean, it is top fucking notch.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
Oh, hell no.
Oh hell no!
I heard something hit the floor, looked down, and just boom, something just dragged it under the bed. I don't want to know what it was. I don't want to go in there. I don't want to look. But, oh God, I feel like I have to.
No.
It's all pointless.
Faking your shit is the whole point of this?
Do this. All right, Sally. I'm gonna take a look underneath your bed here.
Element of surprise!
Sally, could you move that doll again?
No, because there's nowhere for the person pulling the string to hide.
You did it when you were using the string to pull the doll under the bed. I know Ian was holding the camera when he was pointing it at the doll when it actually moved. This is one of the few times when the ghostly stuff didn't happen off camera. And shortly after the camera captures the doll being moved, it jerks and flails around quite a lot in a more natural looking way, like it is actually being held by a hand. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say that the string is actually tied around Ian's ankle, and the string is just attached around the back of the bed to the doll. Ian just kicks backwards and the doll is then dragged under the bed. But I gotta admit, like I said earlier, I don't actually know how he does it. I don't really care. It's all just really, really funny to me.
Oh God.
A lot of these can be explained by having an accomplice, but I guess if we're assuming that, yes, he is in fact alone.
Oh God. I can feel a hand.
I got to admit, I was kind of hoping from a big performance from Ian here that something grabbed his hand and tried to pull him under the bed. I am kind of disappointed he didn't go there, but I wouldn't be surprised if in future videos we do see something like that happening. Also, I have a prediction for Ian's future videos. I think one day we will see a Midwest Ghost Hunter possession. One of these videos, Ian will get possessed by something or other, and I cannot wait to see that Oscar-worthy performance.
All right, guys. Came outside for a bit.
Oh, I needed this tonight. This was a good one.
I took a break is because the next area I have to check out is the basement.
I don't know what's wrong with me, but I'm actually looking forward to this.
I don't know what's wrong with you either.
Oh God.
No, but I'm close.
Hello?
Ian, turn a fucking light on. I can't see shit.
I immediately feel heaviness down here.
Fake.
I feel heaviness all the time, but that's usually from carrying my balls around.
That's because that's where the pentagram was. Right there. See that dark smudge? That's where it was. They tried to get rid of it, and it just wouldn't go away.
And how'd that go?
I mean, it did go away because we can't actually see it, can we? But like I said at the beginning of the video, the pentagram is to cast protection over any nasty ghosties.
Boo?
And as you're going to see later on in the video, this is not the demons destroying the pentagram. No. The pentagram is in fact supposed to be some sort of nasty portal to the other world.
I feel like I'm getting dumber by the minute.
I mean, in reality, this is all just made up, and that is just some standard ugly stain on the bottom of the floor here in the basement that they just can't get rid of. I wouldn't be surprised if once upon a time someone dropped some paint on there or something.
Probably.
What the hell was that?
Oh, fuck off, Ian. What the actual fuck are you fucking playing at? I mean, come the fuck on.
I don't know if you're seeing that, but it looks like black orbs. I'm seeing like black dots floating around this thing.
He did it over and over again. I mean, the balls on this guy just to put this out there on the internet to see.
Well, yeah, that's what he does.
That you're coming out of? Is that what I'm seeing? Whoa. Do you see that?
Yes, Ian, we see that. You made it pretty unmissable.
What the hell was that?
I turned my head for a moment. Give me a fucking break.
Dude, there's something coming out of that. This pentagram. There's some type of form rising up out of that mark in the floor.
Worst actor ever?
I'm gonna try to break out the spirit box, see if I can communicate with whatever just came out of that.
Ian, you were doing so well with this video, and then you just had to break out some spirit box bollocks, didn't you? Well, as always, I'm going to be skipping this annoying, obnoxious noise. I'm sure there's some gold here like this.
Oh my God. Dude, I swear to God,
I swear to God.
Seen something
Oh
in that
no.
crawl space. It looked like something creeping in there.
But I don't care.
There was something creeping in there.
Because, you know, life's just
in the hole
too
in the
short
wall.
to listen to this bollocks.
This is hard, guys. This is absolutely being down here. I feel like I'm just fighting. Like my soul is fighting.
I thought he said he was done and he was out earlier.
Interesting, because I feel like I've been fighting off stupid since the start of this video.
All right, so
well, you
I came up
have,
with
but
this idea. Honestly, I can't believe I'm going to do this. I don't know what's going to happen, but I've got this.
Anal is going to happen.
Mary.
You're carrying around a ceramic Virgin
Mary statue, do we?
I'm going to put her on the pentagram and see if that agitates anything. I don't know. I might regret this. I don't know what this will do. Maybe it'll help.
Right. Also, yay, more ghost stuff. Yep.
Bring down some of
Welcome, Nyla.
Dark activity. All right. Let's see how this goes. Whoa.
Okay, as always with my experience watching Midwest Ghost Hunter videos, I go very quickly from thinking this is all funny to I'm getting really fucking annoyed with all this tedious bullshit. That the overwhelming onslaught of bollocks becomes too much.
It gets old after a while.
About now, I am firmly in stage 2 of this video.
All right, I'm gonna try again. See what happens.
Nothing happens unless you make it happen.
Holy shit.
Oh, so scary.
You know what I say? Third time's a charm.
God, you look like such an idiot.
All right, here we go. Do you not like having her on your pentagram?
You're an embarrassment.
I just want to let you know that I think you're weak.
I think you're weak.
You have no power.
Given all the other crazy shit that's happened in this video, Ian, why would you ever assume the demon is too weak and has no power?
Dude, the energy is absolutely intense in here. Whoa.
Oh, it moves while off camera?
Did she just move?
No, you just added a sound effect while the camera was aimlessly pointing around random parts of the room looking at absolutely nothing, rather than the very thing you challenged the demon to interact with.
I just heard her move. Dude, I swear to God, I just seen something.
Oh,
I
there
can't
we go.
decide if I want to rage quit this
Off
video
camera
or
again.
laugh uncontrollably. Again with the sound effects and the camera pointing away from the statue. From the moment that the sound happened to when Ian finally put the shattered statue in frame, you would have thought we would have saw some of those fragments actually move. If you listen very carefully, you can actually hear the tail end of the shattering noise being made as the camera is actually on the shattered pieces. So if the noise is still being made, you should be able to see these fragmented pieces still moving. But no, this is all just an overlay of a shattered glass sound effect.
Yep.
She just shattered into 1,000,000 pieces. Oh, that's it. I'm done. I'm done.
I wish that were true, but there are still
He said that how many times?
Minutes of this labyrinth of bollocks to get through.
Here we
just
go.
hope you clean this shit up before you left, Ian.
Oh no!
Get the fuck out of here right now. No. Please. Dude, somebody's holding the...
You're so full of shit!
Laughable, it's ridiculous, and it's even a bit annoying. But you definitely can't call Midwest Ghost Hunter videos boring.
made of bullshit. That was terrifying. That was... I have no words. I have absolutely no words.
I have plenty of words.
I knew
bullshit.
There was a risk doing that.
That's just the start.
I didn't know that was going to happen. That house is just staring me down right now.
The house is?
Come back in.
The house?
Come back in. I won't hurt you.
You're an idiot.
I won't possess you.
Oh my God.
We'll see. I might go back in.
Spoiler alert! He does, but of course not before putting us through more bullshit.
Of course! That light should not be on. It just came on by itself.
What a load of bollocks.
Either Sally is up there, and this house is as haunted as they say, or some person just broke in there.
Or it's fake.
Dude! Holy shit, she just looked through the window!
Just before we get to that cut of the fake apparition that Ian must be particularly proud of, since this is what he went for the thumbnail for this bullshit video, the shot looks like this. Then we have a cut and the video is now zoomed in, and it pans across to the apparition. Now the question I've got to ask here, why is the shot zoomed in all of a sudden? We can see the shot of the window perfectly in frame how it was before. I think the reason here is because he wanted to pan the shot across from one bit to another. He did not want to show us the apparition appearing in the window. The reveal has to happen from a panning shot. I mean, why else would the shot be zoomed in like this? Why am I even attempting to find logic or debunk
because you can see the movement of the camera is also done in editor as well.
I have to try to investigate this, debunk this, figure out what's going on.
Or you could just end the video right here and we all live happily ever after.
Sally, are you up there?
No.
Hello?
Hi.
Sally?
Yes, it's all a load of bollocks, but I think I can appreciate what Ian, in his parody brain kind of way, is trying to go for with this. I mean, this really is out and out horror entertainment, isn't it? It's very much shot like a sort of student art house kind of horror scene. I mean, he's never going to come out and outright say it, but come on, just look at this. There are so many horror tropes. To me, it really does look like Ian took the whole Casper site advice to heart here.
Try to think that each video is not a YouTube video.
Why not?
It's not this week we're going here, this week we're going there. Think of your video as a movie, right? And what do you feel and what do you see in movies?
I mean, to be fair, Ben also said this as well.
I'm not saying fake things. Please don't fake anything.
So I'm guessing Ian didn't take that bit of Ben's advice.
We just ignore that part. Where the fuck is my shit?
In this window.
Grr.
Oh, God. Where'd you go?
Every day, having this many cats, every day I wake up and I have to find my shit because my cats knocked it all over the place.
What is it?
What manner of man?
Something not right at all.
It's not right at all. Not right.
Sally, are you down here?
No.
He did it, everyone! Whoa! He went full-blown mind seed. Good God, that was a long wait for when Ian went back into the house to the chair thing, but it was well worth the wait. He shows the empty table and then he pans away. Of course, that's when the ghostly happenings take place. Then he goes back to see that all of these chairs are on top of the table.
What the hell am I looking at?
In my opinion, when we see the camera kind of panning up and down like this in a weird, bouncing, unnatural motion, I think there's a cut right here, then Ian whips the camera back round and we see the bullshit contemporary art installation.
Fuck is my shit? God damn it.
It's fucking demonic.
Okay, he's totally won me over again.
This house is possessed.
Not me.
This house is absolutely possessed.
No, it isn't.
My entire existence in this world, I've never seen anything like that.
And don't forget, guys, a night at this dangerously demonic possessed house can be yours for the low, low price of just $250.
And now I'm just terrified that something is gonna follow me.
No.
That I'm forever tainted spiritually by this.
That's enough about Ian's taint. What I find really funny about this whole thing is that we have seen a whole bunch of YouTubers go to the Sally house. Whether famous YouTubers or not so famous YouTubers, there is so much documentation of people's events at the Sally house. And absolutely nobody anywhere has ever got anything like what Ian captured. Let's face it, it's all a load of old bollocks, isn't it? But I got to admit, just like the other Ian videos I've watched, I got a good laugh out of them. Ian knows very much what he's doing here, and I just cannot get angry at him about it. Not like I do with other channels anyway. I mean, it's just so overly preposterous that it has to be a parody. I mean, it also helps that he's a nice guy too, I've got to give him that. And he has a very good sense of humour. He actually likes it when we make these kind of videos about him.
Oh, friend! Oh, friend!
So anyway, if you like my dumb take on this dumb video, then please hit the like button and subscribe to the Side Eye Guy channel. Right, I need to find a way of visiting this demon-infested Sally house for myself, so I can do my own solo investigation and see just how different that will be to Ian's experience. Ta very much.
Should be entertaining.
Cheerio.
It should be entertaining. That is gonna piss me off now. I cannot find my fucking candle topper. Fucking cats. You guys knocked it down, didn't you? You fucking hid it from me. Okay.
How you doing? I'm Cal.
Hold on, Callan. God damn it. You and the fucking Russian to do shit. Bitch, maybe I did. Oh, fuck you then. Fucking Jay. Slatam, this is that freaky footage everyone is talking about. Well, I heard no one talking about this shit.
Alan, and this is Slapped Ham. You're about to watch some seriously spooky video clips, so hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content.
Just like this. Funny how I knew what he was gonna say.
Curious dashcam footage from rural Russia is leaving viewers scratching
Russia!
their heads.
A ghost video from Russia!
In the clip, two men are driving through snow-covered back roads when something strange suddenly darts across the headlights.
Okay. I'm looking.
A tall bipedal figure sprints across the icy road before vanishing into the darkness
What? I didn't
of the
see
forest.
Oh, there it is. Okay. It was probably just another Russian.
The footage is
let's be
grainy and
honest.
dimly lit, making it difficult to identify exactly what the creature might be.
It's
Some
probably
commenters
just another
suggest it
Russian.
could be a person bundled in winter gear, while others insist its gait and size look unusual.
No, it doesn't. Y'all are stupid then.
More than a few speculate that this could be rare proof of Russia's very own Yeti, a creature long rumored to roam the snowy wilderness.
The Russian Yeti.
I'm thinking maybe somebody must be following her.
This chilling story begins with TikTok user Eliza1818, known as Aria A, who posted disturbing footage from a hotel stay that quickly spiraled into a viral mystery.
Oh, wonderful.
So just keep watching the screen right here, man. I saw something that just...
Did you though?
Did you though? Following her.
In the first clips, Aria films herself in a state of panic. She claims someone is following her, so she pretends to be on FaceTime to throw them off. But her fear is palpable. She runs down the long hotel hallway, calling for help.
Somebody help me, please.
In another clip, she's again seen sprinting through the corridor, clearly terrified, shouting for assistance. Yet the hallway remains empty.
You know, drugs are bad, okay? I'm just saying.
The story deepens when days later, staff at the hotel review the CCTV footage. Shared by TikTok user Forever Flow, the recordings show Aria's bizarre behavior in shocking detail.
Oh, no one there?
She runs
Go
into the
figure.
elevator, presses herself against the wall, ducks out of sight. Yet strangely, the doors never close.
It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something. But there's literally nobody else.
Wait, did she push the door hold
She
button?
appears spooked, then bolts out of the
nobody else in the frame. Running
Shut
from
up.
something or
I gotta see her press
She
the
runs
button.
into the elevator, presses herself against the wall, ducks out of sight. Yet strangely,
she could
the doors
have.
never close.
it's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something. But there's literally nobody else in the frame.
She appears spooked, then bolts out of the elevator and vanishes down the hall.
Blah, blah, blah. Bullshit.
Concerned, employees check Arya's room. They find it in total disarray, clothes and food strewn everywhere.
Crazy.
Uh-huh. And she's a TikToker?
But what unsettles them most is an improvised tool left in the bathroom.
No, this is ridiculous. What the heck is this doing in here? Yo, hold on, y'all.
A makeshift device capable of slipping under a hotel door and pulling the handle from the inside.
Oh my god.
Staff test it, and it works. Someone had been preparing to break into rooms.
Huh.
What? What?
Things only grow stranger. As staff comb through more footage, they see something chilling.
What? So far, I'm seeing someone that seems like they're on substances.
Right there. Right there.
A shadow glides along the wall, yet no one is nearby to cast it.
Right there. Right there. I don't know what this is crazy.
Then things get even stranger.
That could have been done by this guy that's showing this shit to TikTok. All right. Again, video already a red flag, but he could have done this after the fact. I'm just saying it's a possibility.
My hand is shaking.
Sure. Yep.
Right there. What is that?
A stone drops from a hallway ornament on its own as though thrown by invisible hands.
Or probably just thrown.
Right there. What is that? Yo,
This looks all set up.
Tony, the employee investigating, later explains that Arya managed to call an Uber that night and fled. Since then, her whereabouts remain unknown.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
Naturally,
right.
the internet draws comparisons to the infamous
This
Eliza
is
Lam
so
case
fucking
at the Cecil
stupid.
Hotel in Los
People
Angeles.
are known to fake this shit all the fucking time. It's
In
fucking
2013,
internet cloud
Lam was staying at the
stupidity. Give me a
downtown
fucking
hotel when she
break.
vanished under mysterious circumstances. Her last known appearance was captured on security footage inside an elevator. The disturbing video shows her pressing multiple buttons, stepping in and out, hiding in the corner, and gesturing oddly into the hallway, much like Arya's strange behavior.
Go figure. Yeah, we know the Elisa Lam thing. It's fucking famous. Can we move past this, please?
Days later, Lam's body was discovered in the hotel's rooftop water tank. To this day, her death remains unexplained, with theories ranging from mental illness to foul play to paranormal forces.
Yeah, but they always, okay, these paranormal channels always talk about this shit, and they leave out a lot of parts of the story. Yeah, it sounds creepy until you add the rest of the part that she had mental health issues, she didn't want to take her meds, she had very controlling parents, and this was like her first time out. There's so much more involved in this than just, the weird camera footage. Like, yeah, that's spooky on its own, and then you get the rest of the story story, you'll be like, oh, that makes more sense.
Lisa Lam case also
It's a
fueled
sad
interest
story.
in the urban legend known as the elevator game, a ritual said to transport players into another world
go
if
fuck
performed
yourself.
correctly. Some online theorists speculated Lam had attempted the game, leading to her tragic fate.
No.
Now, with
Now
Aria's
you're just
unsettling
proving you're
elevator
ignorant
footage,
or
the
you're playing
comparisons
stupid.
are hard to ignore.
At least.
But the mystery doesn't stop there. Fascinated by the strange events, Tony begins interviewing co-workers who reveal they too have experienced unusual activity at the hotel. In one clip, co-worker Sabina recalls hearing eerie noises and feeling watched.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got one. Like
Sure, whatever.
4 or 5 days ago it happened.
As she speaks, something strange happens.
Oh, that happened 4 or 5 days ago?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Are you talking about the curtain moving? Really?
The curtain behind Tony moves on its own.
Oh, that happened 4 or 5 days ago?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think this is all staged. I think this is all
Tony
staged.
admits he
Even
never
her
believed in
his
ghosts,
interview
but
with
after
that
working
woman.
here, he's starting to reconsider.
Look, I don't be believing in ghosts and stuff like that, but I will say, since I've been working here, I have become a little bit more, like, open-minded.
A little bit
So
more.
what exactly happened that night?
Fakery?
Was Aria being stalked?
Lying?
Did she stumble into something sinister? Or is this hotel truly haunted?
Or,
At this
how about
stage,
another
the
option?
incident remains
It's
a
all
chilling,
bullshit.
unsolved mystery, one that continues to grip TikTok audiences around the world.
It's like she acting like she's running from something or hiding from something. But there's literally nobody else in the front.
Did you run Nyla off? No, I said hi to Nyla when they came in, and then they didn't say nothing else.
Local truck driver Sam, who frequently films his shifts around East Java, Indonesia,
This fucking guy
has been
again?
documenting strange encounters at one of the region's most notorious spots, Kangar Bridge, in the Bumiaji district of Batu
We just
City.
debunked this guy yesterday. Here he is again. Already proved you faked the first time, so
The
I
bridge is
don't
infamous
believe
in
any
local
new shit.
folklore. Motorists whisper about a ghostly girl in a white dress with long dark hair, eerie whispers drifting through the night, and sudden cold spots that grip anyone brave enough to stop.
Yeah, that's why you had to do a
In his
jump
first
cut,
clip,
hiding a
Sam
person's
pauses at the
leg.
bridge, remarking on the unsettling atmosphere. The empty road, the mist, and the weight of the legends seem to hang in the air.
Uh-huh.
Nah. Nang kini ki. Đó. Ngay luôn.
But in a later visit, the story takes a darker turn.
Is this the same one? I'm pretty sure this is the same fucking clip. It looks almost the same.
Aku saiki ngomong yo.
Oh, yeah, smells like fish. Yep,
Sam
here, it's the
notices
same
that
clip.
the air smells strange.
Watch,
like
he's
something
gonna look
off,
under the truck and
fishy,
see
with a
legs
touch of
there.
jasmine.
If you pay attention, there's a jump cut. The legs are in a different position, and then when he runs around the other side, there's no one there. This is fucking dumb.
That's when moments later, this happens.
Pay attention to the legs. There's a jump cut, and they move position. He comes around, and oh look, they're gone.
Sam pans his camera beneath his truck, and there appear to be legs and feet hovering.
Yeah, but there's a jump cut in there.
Alarmed,
You have to
he
view it
rushes
frame
around
by
to the
frame.
side of the vehicle to confront whoever it might be.
They change
But there's
position.
no one there.
They move the camera around so much it helps hide the jump cut.
With reports of phantom figures and unexplained encounters stretching back decades, many locals believe
Boring
the bridge is
bullshit!
cursed. Sam's eerie footage now has viewers asking the same question. Could the legends of Kangar Bridge actually be true?
No! If we're believing this guy, no, not at all. Stop polishing this turd.
Drama erupted in the High Strangeness subreddit when user MillerCPT1 posted a chilling account of live footage
that a
captured
robot?
from the International Space Station.
What? Are we talking about that light?
I was watching the ISS livestream on YouTube about 36 minutes ago when two unidentified aerial phenomena suddenly appeared in the camera view. One of the anomalies changed direction and its slow movement caused the video to speed up. Then the live stream abruptly went offline.
Who the fuck
The normally
sits and
continuous
watches these things
ISS
for hours
24/7
at the
feed remained
hours on
offline
end?
for days, prompting speculation. Was this an alien encounter or simply a glitch? NASA, however, offers a mundane explanation. The ISS livestream relies on the tracking and data relay satellite network, and coverage gaps are normal. When signal is lost, the live view switches to a predefined slate or a blue screen, not censorship. NASA emphasised the cameras operate automatically and that interruptions occur frequently due to the station's orbit and satellite transitions. Some users tried rationalising the strange lights, suggesting they were reflections from part of the ISS itself, perhaps solar panels or space debris. Others speculated about the Dragon capsule or distant satellites. One Reddit user remarked,
"You're not alone
Dragon
out there."
cargo spacecraft just undocked. The weird slow movement makes sense then, as it drifts away. Meanwhile, UFO enthusiasts argued the coincidence was too perfect. Objects glide into view and the feed dies, just like a scripted reveal. So what were those two lights drifting past the ISS camera before the feed cut? Malfunction, cover-up, or something NASA doesn't want us to see? For now, the mystery stays locked in orbit. A chilling set of images recently shared to our Slapped Ham subreddit has viewers unsettled. Captured by a living room security camera, the first photo shows strange shadow-like figures forming on the staircase. At first, they could almost be dismissed as lighting tricks, but things escalate with the final image. In the last shot, a transparent silhouette stands near the front of the room. Its form faint, but human-like. The Roku security system even registers a presence there. The uploader
That's because there is a person there.
The camera after hearing unexplained noises, and even what sounded like a child crying when both of their children were fast asleep. This particular night, the system behaved oddly, snapping photos but failing to record video. Commenters urged the poster to involve the police, suspecting a possible intruder,
not impossible
or even a
for them
so-called
to
frogger,
lie.
someone secretly living in a house without the owner's knowledge. The
I mean,
uploader
could be.
dismissed that theory, noting they found no evidence of such a presence.
That's because they're
That leaves the
hiding!
mystery wide open. If it wasn't an intruder, then who or what was standing in that living room, caught on CCTV?
They
in the
could
dead
be
of
lying.
night?
Have you ever considered lying? Do we just throw that out all the time? That no one could ever fucking
A
lie to
bizarre
you?
discovery in the Utah desert has Reddit buzzing. Photos show 3 full cow carcasses resting on the roof of a dilapidated shack.
Okay.
The house itself sits in complete isolation. The uploader claims there are no other homes within 25 miles. The images, featuring the skeletal remains sprawled across rusting tin, have sparked wild speculation. Some suggest alien abductions gone wrong, linking the find to infamous cattle mutilation cases that often appear in UFO lore. Others point to natural causes like flooding or storms that might have somehow deposited the animals there. A more grounded theory is that a farmer deliberately placed them on the roof, though no one can explain why.
Well, maybe it's to keep it from predators.
For now, the strange sight of 3 cow skeletons
I mean,
perched on
it's
a
just a
remote
possibility.
rooftop remains unexplained. Another desert mystery that refuses to offer up answers.
I mean, if you were to say the flooding thing, if you look at the tree, there's discoloration. All right, it's much brighter on the bottom, much darker in the branches up above. Flooding is a possibility, especially the state of the house. Yeah, the cows could have gone on the roof to escape flooding, and then maybe got stuck up there. Maybe they starved to death or something. Who fucking knows? I mean, it's weird, but I wouldn't say supernatural.
Remains unexplained. Another desert mystery that refuses to offer up answers. A strange little clip on TikTok has left viewers baffled. In the footage, uploader Jessica Barkhouse films her living room after noticing something odd.
It's not odd. Look, you probably just got a stiff cable. You could even lined it with a metal wire, like one of those little wires that they use for hanging hooks and stuff like that. Whatever. If you look, the way it's bent and serpent-like in the S shape to give it stability, it's not just hovering there. There's something holding it the fuck up. Now, it's neat, but it's not paranormal. It's most likely faked. Yeah. Give me a fucking break with this shit.
Power cord hanging in mid-air.
In just that position too, right?
The unsettling sight has sparked debate online. Some think it could be
static electricity. Of course it sparked debate online, because people have to argue about everything.
Whatever the explanation, the image of a power cord mysteriously floating in mid-air is enough to give anyone pause.
Yeah, see? It's most likely got a metal wire in there, or it's just stiff.
Before we get to our last segment, remember to caress the like button.
Not all wires are just floppy.
And of course, leave some
that one just looks like it was stiff. It was in an S shape.
In July 2025, concern spread online after 21-year-old inventor Julian Brown abruptly vanished from social media.
Okay.
Brown had gained international attention for creating Plastiline, a solar-powered reactor that uses microwave pyrolysis to convert plastic waste into usable fuels like gasoline, diesel, and jet fuel. The breakthrough invention positioned him as a rising figure in grassroots innovation. Before going silent, Brown shared an alarm.
All right, now if you've ever watched the Y-Files, this one is one of the few ones that's not that far out there. There have been several inventors that found ways to power power vehicles with like water or alternate fuel sources and stuff like that, and they ended up dying of mysterious circumstances or going missing. They did a whole thing on that on the Y-Files. So this one is like, oh look, we have another one.
Alarming video with his 1.8 million followers. In it, he claimed he was being threatened, hinted that he was under surveillance, and warned viewers to record the message. He described unusual activity around his home, including what he believed to be a helicopter monitoring him. Soon after, his accounts went offline, sparking rumors that he had either gone into hiding or been silenced. Speculation ran rampant. Some suggested Brown's technology drew unwanted attention from...
This one, I like this one, I'll feed into. This one, I actually believe. I do. If this guy was clever enough to do all this shit, he's probably smart enough to know to get the fuck out. The fact that he's getting harassing calls, the gasoline industry is huge. Think about, okay, this is not a politics channel. I'm just referring to politics and the fact that how in the politics, gasoline has been brought up so many fucking times, the cost of gas. All right? If gas was to be cut out, think about how many economies would fucking break. A lot of it's like with overseas oil. You don't think that these people making all this money off that shit would be pissed at somebody finding an alternative fuel source? Something that's going to save tons of money and a bunch of people would be into? Of course they'd be fucking pissed. So yeah, I wouldn't put it past people. Again, this is more being afraid of humans than the paranormal. I'm more afraid of humans than the paranormal.
From powerful industries, while others thought he may have staged his disappearance for safety. The mystery deepened when his mother, Nia Brown, released a statement confirming that her son was safe, but declined to provide further details. Atlanta police confirmed they were not investigating the case as a missing person. Julian Brown's disappearance left his followers unsettled and the future of Plastiline uncertain. While his family insists he is unharmed, his decision to withdraw from public view has only intensified questions about whether his groundbreaking work may have put him in danger.
High pressure plastic made natural gas into all of these tanks I have here.
Now, if he was faking it, that could be another reason for his disappearance. He faked it, he couldn't go anywhere else with it, he couldn't bring forward the proof or whatever, and he just decided, fuck it, I'm going offline. I mean, that's a possibility too, don't get me wrong. you know, people are like, you know, he's probably getting TikTok views for all this shit, and then it came time to, all right, present your evidence, and I'm gone. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. But if he did find an alternative fuel source, I wouldn't put it past, you know, shady people fucking trying to deal with it, trying to make it go away.
My refiner, which will refine that plastic crude oil into plastiline, plastidiesel, plastic kerosene.
I think he went about it very smartly. If he documented everything online, then again, like him going missing is much more obvious, as opposed to like in the old days before social media was a thing, when they came up with alternative fuel sources, they had to you know, most people wouldn't know that they went missing unless the news published it. You wouldn't have any idea that this shit happened. I kind of want to watch that next. I think I will. I think I'm going to find that episode of the Y-Files and we'll watch that next.
Over on our second channel, we took a deep dive into a terrifying encounter with a vampire cult.
In the hills of northeast Mexico,
vampire
a tiny,
cults,
unassuming
wonderful
village became the stage for one of the most chilling cult stories in modern history. Tucked away from the rest of the world, Yerba Buena had no electricity, no telephones, and no contact with the outside world, making it a perfect breeding ground for superstition and manipulation. It was here in the early 1960s that Magdalena Solis, a young woman from the streets of Monterrey, would rise to power as the self-proclaimed High Priestess of Blood, leading a cult that fused religious delusion with macabre rituals. What unfolded in Yerba Buena was a tale of deception, fanaticism, and tragedy. It's a story of how isolation, ignorance, and desperation can lead ordinary people into the hands of a charismatic but dangerous figure. One who would demand
cult
human
leaders.
sacrifice
It's a cult.
and ignite one of Mexico's most disturbing true crime sagas.
If you want to get the full story, there's links in the description and it's pinned in the comments below.
Every now and then he's got a good one. Some of these I'm like, man, that one I'd be interested in. That's true crime shit, though. I don't mind true crime stuff. It's the paranormal shit where I'm like, when I know you're full of shit, I'm not as interested. Okay. Hold on, Beardo. I want to watch that Y-Files one about the alternative fuel sources. Oh, don't start acting up on me now, YouTube. Why do I pay for premium and I get the worst fucking service? God damn it. Here we go. Fucking dealing with bullshit again. There we go. There we go. Alright. First. No, still not perfect. It's so stupid. It's just that page. It's just that page fucking being a pain in the ass. Wait, what was that? Shredder Revenge. Oh, speedrunning? Yeah. I love that shit. How about, yeah, the Y-Files. Look at that. You can tell I looked them up a lot. I love this channel. I've seen like every episode. Now let's see if I can find the one on fucking gasoline. If you've never watched the Y-Files, I highly recommend it. All right, the basis, the layout for the Y-Files is they tell you the legend. They go through the legend in detail, the stories or whatever, and then at the end they tell you the facts and clarify everything and debunk whatever was false about that. All right, that's why I really like the Y-Files.
That ball just rolled towards us. Hold on,
his foot was on it.
What the fuck? Why'd you just start playing out of nowhere? God damn it. We're like, the man, the myth, the legend, the me. Hey, Max, I was just thinking about you. If you have time either tomorrow night or Saturday night, I was thinking about doing another watch along with another one of those World of Darkness lore videos. I know it's not called Fuel Sources, so I can't remember what it's called. I gotta scroll through and fucking find the goddamn thing. Sure, I should have time. Cool. Just hit me up on Discord when whichever day you want to do it, either tomorrow night or Saturday night, and whatever video you want to do. Anonymous, that's been watching that watched me on YouTube, was a big fan of our series and asked that we watch the Nefandi one. Crystal skulls. I always, when I was a kid, I always loved the crystal skulls. It was after I saw the movie House, the horror movie House 2, which I didn't really view as a horror movie. That was more of like an adventure comedy, type movie. I mean, it had horror aspects to it, but it all circled around a crystal skull found in, I believe, Mexico. So I was always fascinated with the crystal skulls after watching that movie. I thought it was neat. It had nothing to do with Indiana Jones and the crystal skull. Lightning and alternative realities. Oh, no. I'm actually just waiting for a new chair to arrive. I've been using a patio chair for been there, and I haven't streamed for a couple days. Yeah, at one point my chair had broken. I was using my bath chair. And then I broke my bath chair, and I had to get a new one of those, too. I gotta be honest, bath chairs are highly overlooked. I know old people use them. I have to use it because of my disability. But, oh, God, it's great when you can just soak your feet in the Epsom salt bath. Yeah, I sound fucking old as shit. Stories that made me a believer. UFO, Operation Sunray. God damn it. I wish I could remember the name of that fucking episode. This is such a bitch. I'm going to search it. I was using one of those too. They jacked up my back too much. Oh, does yours have a backrest? Mine has a backrest. Mine has a backrest and padded arms. I mean, I got the fancy one. I got the fancy one. I put my feet, no backrest. See, there you go. I lean back in mine. Oh, let's see. Fuel. I wonder if that'll help me find what I'm looking for. Cryptids, killer patent, secret science, free energy, anti-gravity cover-ups. This has got to be it. This has got to be it. All right, let's check this out. What are you up to right now, Mags? Do you want to hop on for a little bit? I mean, if you're busy, it's fine. It's no rush. I just saw you were around, and I was covering this episode of the Y-Files. I thought you'd want to hop in for it. But it's okay if you don't. Just finishing dinner. No problem. I just got my dinner. I'm going to wait till I finish stream to eat it. Oh, big old sub, ultimate sub with all the meats on it. I can't wait.
Files is brought to you by Rocket Money.
In like 10 minutes?
For
okay.
decades, we've heard...
I'll hop in on my Discord, and whenever you're available, you can just hop in. So I'll just be there waiting. Yeah, baby. Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard that. When I hop in the voice chat, I'm like, on Discord, it plays Bad to the Bone. Of course. Of course! And just to have it ready, yep, my reactives is on. All right.
Heard about the catastrophic effects of fossil fuel pollution. And for just as long, I've been
Fossil
hearing that global
fuels!
warming is a myth. The two sides are constantly at each other's throats. But it's a fight that's completely unnecessary. The technology to
All right, just to clarify, this is The Y Files, Killer Patents and Secret Science, Volume 1, Free Energy and Anti-Gravity Cover-Ups. All right?
create unlimited, clean, free energy has existed for over 100 years. Dozens, perhaps hundreds of inventors have created machines that pull energy out of thin air. Machines that could defy gravity, levitate, and fly. Machines that bend the fabric of space-time itself. These machines sound not just like science fiction, they sound like magic. So where are these magical devices? Well, when the inventors patented and publicized their technology, they performed another magic trick. They disappeared.
I didn't do it. I didn't make them disappear. It wasn't me.
I'm not sure this was such a good idea.
Human, I gotta use the company credit card again. It's an emergency.
But no, hello,
God, I love
how are
Hecklefish.
Oh, I'm sorry. How rude of me. Hello, human. How are you? Are you having a good day today?
Well,
I think this one has the guy who made the water car. Yeah, I think this one too. I think that one has the water car. Well, it's because we just did, I just covered on a ghosting of a guy, a TikToker, who invented alternate fuel sources from plastics. And then suddenly he vanished. His mother put out a statement that he is safe, but they won't, say his location or where he is or anything like that. And it reminded me of this episode of the Y Files, which is why I wanted to cover it. I was like, yeah, I believe shady companies would make someone disappear because of shit that happened in this episode. Yeah, I've heard about that guy. Yeah. So they just covered that on one of the paranormal channels I was watching, and it made me, I was like, you know what? We should watch the Y Files on why that's fucked up. And it's not the first time this shit has happened.
Why do you need my credit card? The last time you used it, beaver lotion showed up on my statement. That was a hard conversation with the wife.
Well, excuse me to be
What's wrong with beaver lotion? Sometimes the beavers need lotion.
Luxurious. Anyway, I put all my subscriptions on one credit card, and now I'm maxed out. I need some scratch because I promised Gertie I'd take her to the Sir Humpsalot concert tonight. She loves Baby Got Humped.
I don't even want to... How many subscriptions do you have?
Well, let's see. I got Thinflix, Thinflix Plus, Blowfish Prime, Camel Humps at the Dock. Don't tell Gertie about that one.
Yeah, I'm going to pretend you never said that.
You should pretend that never happened. Ever.
Coral Wars, and my gym membership.
Why are you still paying for those? By the way, I've never even seen you go to the gym.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna start bulking up. Gertie loves herself a little beefcake.
Okay, you've got way too many subscriptions.
Don't you mean fish
Rocket
cake?
Money can help you with that.
Oh, my goodness. Did you just moonwalk your way into today's sponsor?
I sure did.
Oh, yeah, the sponsor.
Rocket Money
Oh, look,
is
I got the option to jump ahead. Awesome.
For years, certainly my whole life, we've heard how fossil fuel pollution is creating a runaway greenhouse effect. At some point, the ice caps will melt, the oceans will rise, and every coastline in the world will be underwater. What now?
When does it happen? When do we go underwater?
Well, that's hard to...
5 years, 20, 50?
You can't really quantify...
Now, what if we go underwater and it's like that horrible movie Waterworld? I say horrible movie because it bombed, but I actually liked Waterworld. I know. I thought it was funny. I enjoyed Dennis Hopper's character. He made me laugh. But I think it'd be cool to have gills and like webbed feet and shit and like go swimming. I know, it's fucking weird as shit. No, I'd probably go ape shit if the world was covered in fucking water like that. Like, hell no. Still.
Well, you can't quantify.
Oh! It's a Megs! Are you okay?
So it is.
Oh, there you go. There's your audio.
Let me mute the stream. There we go. Okay.
Howdy. Oh, wait. Let me share the video into
Oh, wait.
here.
Do you have... Wait. Is the
What?
Discord muted? Oh, wait. I can figure this out.
Well, I can hear you.
There we go.
Okay. So yeah, I shared the video so you can watch it from the Discord.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, Anonymous left a comment on our last video that we collabed, saying that they can't wait for us to watch the Nefandus one.
Well, we didn't finish the Technocracy one, so I mean, we can finish that one and then start the Nefandus one.
It sounds good to me. So I was like, oh, we got a viewer that's like a fan and wants to see more. So, fuck yeah, why not?
Florida.
Look, I don't want.
Is Florida still there?
What do you mean?
Let me talk slowly so you can understand. Is Florida still there?
Last I checked, Florida is still there.
Thank you. I
The
rest my
penis of
case.
America.
Global warming is a myth.
It's not a myth.
Actually,
Florida's always still there.
I'd say it's more like it's more like America's big sweaty sack because it's so hot and humid in Florida.
Look, this isn't a video about climate change.
Oh, look, global warming is not climate change.
My point is...
How dare you?
Look, do you want clean air?
Clean air? No, who cares?
Fine, but do you want clean water?
Well, yeah.
Right. The point of this episode isn't to argue one side of the climate debate or the other.
The fish
point of this
technically pee and
episode
poop
is
in
that
that water?
debating, arguing, and fighting about it isn't necessary, and hasn't been for over 100 years.
Technically.
Since the 1920s, and perhaps even earlier, scientists have discovered many different ways of making energy less expensive and more efficient. However, in every single case, their technology was suppressed. And in many cases, the inventors died under strange circumstances.
Okay, you've got my attention now.
What are your thoughts? Do you think that the oil industry would disappear people?
Absolutely, 100%.
I mean,
I think more than anything, they have a vested interest. And I'll put my tinfoil hat on for this.
Yeah.
Which is the fact that, the old families like Rockefeller and all those other ones, they made their money off being essentially oil barons.
Right.
So I think they have everything vested into milking that for as much money as they can until they decide when it's time to basically move off of that, I'll say energy type.
It's an international thing now. We get oil from Saudi Arabia.
Is through through Tesla, like the company Tesla, not Nikola Tesla. Because Nikola Tesla, well, look what happened to him too.
Yeah. He had alternate energy ideas and he got vanished. Fucking Edison took up a lot of his patents.
Yeah, because, once again, this is tinfoil hat territory. But Edison was also being funded by J.B. Rockefeller, or somebody in the Rockefeller family, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he had a lot of the same ideas that were like...
So it all tracks.
Right, he did worse than Tesla, but got more recognition than Tesla because he was funded by the right fucking people. Yeah, it all makes sense. Yeah, I've said when that video came up on the last paranormal video I was watching, I was like, I have more fear in human beings than I do in paranormal. I would believe more that another human who's greedy would kill somebody to keep the secret hidden than a ghost doing something.
Actually, I mean, once again, this is more tinfoil hat territory.
Go for it.
There was that whole conspiracy about the government having this like microwave type of radiation where they would magnify it into a person's house to drive them crazy, and it was known to like cause dementia and stuff. So if you pair that with what we've already heard, I could totally see like some weird like CIA psyop thing happening where they drive a person crazy and they think they're being haunted.
Well, I covered this on an episode of the Y-Files. It wasn't microwave energy, but they did drive a person crazy and to even Minecraft themselves. Because they I remember
he
thought that he intercepted some alien stuff, and he contacted the government, thinking he was doing good, and the government said that this guy, I wish I could remember his fucking name, I always forget it, but I bring him up all the fucking time, but they sent him to basically feed him lies and all this shit, and feed him more radio signals and stuff, to the point where the guy became super paranoid and eventually offed himself, all because of what this guy did. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking awful. But yeah, I wouldn't put it past it. I mean, there's documented evidence of shit that the government did, like the LSD experiments. They covered that in an episode of the Y-Files. They had a bunch of people MK Ultra. They had all these people come into this room, and they're like, oh, by the way, that shit you just drank, it had LSD in it. Surprise! The one guy who got pissed about it and made a stink was the guy that they disappeared. They said that, he Minecrafted himself by throwing himself out a window. Yeah, but there was no way he could have done that. And, by the way, we cremated the body before the family got to see him. Oops.
There was somebody else that happened to, not the exact same thing, but that the body, that the family had basically rescued the body from the crematorium, and they did their own autopsy, and they were like, no, this person died before they were thrown out the window.
Yeah. Yeah, the family made a stink, but
so I don't know.
Guess
weird stuff.
Earlier they made them sign some kind of contract or something limiting the government's liability, and they accepted all this money, but then later they had tests done and blah blah blah, and then they said they tried to file a wrongful death suit, and the government said no because you signed this contract, blah. I was like, yeah, it's fucking bullshit. All right.
Yep.
Charles Pogue was a Canadian mechanic and car tinkerer. In the early 1930s, he started experimenting with carburetors, trying to improve fuel efficiency. Now, if you're not a gearhead, a carburetor is a part of a gas-powered engine that mixes air and fuel for combustion. The mixture is then sent to the engine cylinders, where it's ignited to power the engine. Now, unlike traditional carburetors, which mix air with liquid gasoline, the Pogue carburetor fully vaporized gas before it entered the combustion chamber. This made the engine more efficient. Much more efficient. In 1936, Pogue was issued a patent for a high-mileage carburetor. This was his third iteration of the invention and his third patent. In early 1936, the Breen Motor Company tested the Pogue carburetor on a Ford V8 coupe. It got 26.2 miles on 1 pint of gasoline. That's almost 220 miles per gallon. Ford tested it. They got 200 miles per gallon. The Pogue carburetor was tested for Canadian Automotive Magazine. They reported 218 miles per gallon. Now, that article created a lot of excitement, but it wasn't good news for Charles Pogue.
Right. He got disappeared.
On the Toronto Stock Exchange, oil company stock prices crashed. Brokers were swamped with orders to dump all oil stock immediately. Soon after that, Pogue's shop was broken into. All carburetors, equipment, notes, and documents were stolen. He never built another one. He never spoke of the invention ever again.
Someone got to him.
That's the rumor. But carburetors aren't complicated. If one man figures out how to make an engine more efficient, others could do this too.
Yeah.
And they did. But the oil companies did not forget about Pogue and the damage he almost caused. Fuel-efficient engines were not good for business. So the oil companies lobbied the U.S. government for help. And a few years later, in 1951, help arrived.
Laws, right?
The concept of patents can be traced back to ancient times, but the formal patent system that we know today came from Renaissance Europe. The first known patent law was enacted in Venice in 1474, and it was a revolutionary idea designed to encourage innovation. It offered inventors a temporary monopoly in exchange for sharing their inventions with society. But some inventions are legally patented and hidden from society. In 1951, the United States passed the Invention Secrecy Act. This allows the U.S. government to keep certain technologies and inventions secret, legally. If they decide something threatens the country's economy or security, it's stamped with a secrecy order and classified.
Bullshit.
The inventor can't speak about it, export it, or sell it unless it's to the U.S. military.
Yeah, of course.
If the inventor violates these orders, they face imprisonment or, as we're about to see, consequences that are even worse.
I can't remember the name of the movie. I think it was called Chain Reaction. I think it had Keanu Reeves and I think Morgan Freeman was in it, where they had come up with a perpetual motion machine for unlimited energy. And then there was a whole assassination plot.
I don't think I saw that one.
I mean, in general, I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie. It bombed in theaters, but the premise is about the same. You know, they come up with unlimited energy, and all of a sudden, people start dying that were involved in the project. And the government's like, "Oh, it wasn't us; it was this guy. Oh,
like you do.
Everybody, go arrest this guy." Yeah.
In the 1970s, Tom Ogle accidentally discovered a way to make an engine run on its own fumes.
I was messing around with a lawnmower when I accidentally knocked a hole in its fuel tank. I put a vacuum line running from the tank straight into the carburetor inlet. I just let it run, and it kept running and running, but the fuel level stayed the same. I got excited. The lawnmower was running without a carburetor and was getting tremendous efficiency.
Ooh.
That mower ran for 96 straight hours.
Whoa!
Damn.
After a few months of trial and error, Ogle replicated his invention with his own car. His 1970 Ford Galaxy got 11 miles per gallon. But after a few modifications, it got 100 miles per gallon. In April 1977, Ogle drove the 4,000-pound car 205 miles on just 2 gallons of gas. Engineers inspected the car for hidden gas tanks and other gimmicks, but nothing was found. His technology worked. Ogle made the internal combustion engine do what it was designed to do, operate on fumes. He accidentally invented a version of Pogue's carburetor. Almost overnight, 24-year-old Tom Ogle became an engineering sensation. Oil companies, investors, and businessmen approached him with offers. People expected him to become a billionaire. Shell Oil offered him $25 million cash for the design.
Damn.
Ogle passed when he found out they intended to hide the invention forever.
Well, of course.
I've always wanted to be rich, and I suspect I will be when this system gets into distribution. But I'm not going to have my system bought up and put on the shelf.
So Tom struck deals with investors who would let him control the invention and keep working. He filed for and received a patent. He had attorneys, money, all kinds of resources. Then the United States Air Force showed interest.
Uh-oh.
And that's when things went downhill.
Downhill, huh?
Yep.
That's one way to call it.
Suddenly, the SEC was after him for violating securities laws. The IRS was after him for failing to pay back taxes. The next few months were a mess. Ogle's wife left him and took their daughter. Legal battles were everywhere. Investors were fighting for control of the patent. Then, on April 14th, 1978, Ogle was shot by a stranger outside a bar. No
stranger.
Suspect. But he survived.
But not for long?
No, not for long. On August 18th, he went to a friend's apartment where he collapsed and died. His death, which involved painkillers and alcohol, was ruled an accidental overdose, though Tom Ogle had no history of drug use. Ogle's friends, family, and attorney claimed this was a cover-up for murder. But the damage was done. Tom Ogle was gone.
Yeah, I can
and
see
his
that.
invention, despite the overwhelming evidence that it worked, was
Stopped by a
conveniently
stranger,
forgotten.
survived, and then mysteriously
Later that
dies
year,
of a
the
drug
US and
overdose
Saudi
when he doesn't
Arabia
take drugs.
negotiated the United States-Saudi Arabian Joint Commission on Economic Cooperation. They agreed to use US dollars for oil contracts. The petrodollar became the de facto currency of the world that day. This made the US government much more powerful and made oil companies richer than ever. A few years later, Lieutenant Colonel Charles Brown, a former member of Project Blue Book, made a similar invention. He created a device that attached to the air intake of a vehicle, reducing emissions by 50 to 70% and increasing miles per gallon.
I treat air, and out of air, I make it more than just providing oxygen for the combustion process. There are combustion-stimulating molecules and radicals generated in this process. Thunderstorm in a bottle.
Now, even though the Colonel's invention reduced emissions and cleaned the air, the EPA shut him down.
Environmental Protection
Ironic.
Agency is a bit of a dictatorial police agency.
Of course they would.
They call themselves a protecting agency, but they are a police agency. EPA cannot approve a fuel-saving device. They put out reams of documentation stating that something will not work.
Soon after, he received bomb threats. His lab was vandalized and everything was stolen. He lost his life savings and his work was stopped. Like Charles Pogue and Tom Ogle, Colonel Brown took his technology to his grave. These inventions still used gasoline and oil. They didn't necessarily threaten the fossil fuel industry, yet the government, or someone, still shut them down. So you can only imagine what happens when you invent a car that doesn't need gas at all.
Uh-huh. God, I love the white files. This is so great.
It's either going to be the water guy or the hydrogen guy.
Reality. A local inventor has discovered a way, hear this, to use water to run your car.
The answer to dependence on foreign oil lies all around us.
Water
runs on water instead of gasoline.
I remember when this. I remember watching something about this when I was little.
Just about every type
He's
of
come up
engine.
with a device that will hook up to any engine and allow it to run on good old H2O.
Stanley Meyer.
He's been offered $1 billion in cash by oil-producing.
Offered $1 billion in cash.
He hasn't sold.
Damn.
Stanley Meyer did not keep his invention secret. He went straight to the news. His announcement made headlines across the country and around the world. He had invented a car that can run on nothing but water. The technology is called electrolysis. This is using electricity to split water into oxygen and hydrogen gas. Now, this isn't a new invention. In 1789, Jan Rudolph Diamond used an electrostatic machine to generate electricity from water that was then discharged to gold electrodes. And throughout the 19th century, various inventors and scientists created machines that could split water into oxygen and hydrogen. But there are a few problems. The process requires a lot of energy, and it requires perfectly pure water. No minerals, no chemicals, nothing. It has to be nothing but H2O. It's very hard to produce pure water. Not only do you need pure water for electrolysis, you need lots of it. Stanley Meyer's engine didn't require much water at all. Stan estimated that if he took his water-powered car from coast to coast in the US, it would use only 22 gallons of water. And the biggest breakthrough, it didn't need pure water. It could run on ordinary tap water. He called his invention a water fuel cell injector. The injector breaks water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen. The engine runs on hydrogen gas. He took his car on tour around the country. Engineers inspected it and they said it worked.
I mean, I suspect that if you didn't need pure water, that it probably had its own purifying effect built into it.
I can see that, especially because as the way it works, it's basically burning it off.
Right. It probably purifies, burns off the excess, and just uses the pure water for the electrolysis. That's what I would assume.
That we recently took a scientific delegation to witness Stan's work, to really evaluate it, and came back saying This is one of the most important inventions of the century.
Stan's tour got a lot of media coverage. This led to offers from investors and oil companies and even the Pentagon.
Pentagon? Yeah, let me guess. That's when things went downhill.
Yup.
Oh, no.
In 1998, Stan was at a restaurant with his brother and a few Belgian investors. They were about to sign a multi-million-dollar deal, so they raised their glasses and made a toast to celebrate. Then Stan suddenly became violently ill. He ran out of the restaurant, fell down in the street, and started vomiting. His brother ran after him. Stan's final words were, "They poisoned me." But his death certificate doesn't reflect that at all. It says he was at lunch with officials from NATO and that he died of a brain aneurysm.
Yeah. But if you read this statement, you can kind of tell that the coroner
a poison that
was
targets the brain.
already questioning whether he was actually poisoned or not, and just dismissed being poisoned as such a blatant lie and not true. I think a brain aneurysm is a very convenient way for somebody to die, and if they were poisoned, that can cause that.
Now, lots of people have heard of Stanley Meyer's
And if it
water
was a
car,
brain aneurysm,
but what most people don't know is
awful
that the water-powered engine
coincidental timing
wasn't
for
the
that
only disruptive
aneurysm.
invention in Stan's garage. He also had a toroid-shaped...
Donut-shaped.
He had a donut-shaped electromagnetic device slapped with a national security order.
Even in my prior development of high technology, I've had patents taken from me. I learned from the School of Hard Knocks to be very cautious.
He was paranoid, and rightfully so. And that's why if you try to replicate the technology in Stan Meyer's patent,
Clearly he
it
wasn't
won't
cautious
work.
enough.
He faked the voltage and frequency numbers to prevent another invention from being stolen or classified. But skeptics say it doesn't matter what numbers you use, the engine won't work. They say Stan's technology broke the second law of thermodynamics. That states that every time you transfer energy, energy is wasted. Stan's engine didn't waste energy at all, it created it. But that also violates the first law of thermodynamics, the conservation of energy. That states that energy cannot be created or destroyed. But what if those laws are completely misunderstood? That with the right technology, the laws of thermodynamics don't have to apply at all. Mainstream science doesn't like that idea.
Mainstream science can go pound.
Well, it turns out that Stan's water car was his least important invention. That donut-shaped device was another invention that created energy. And the reason it was classified? Well, it didn't run on gas. It didn't run on water. It ran on nothing.
Perpetual motion.
The vacuum of space is supposed to be empty, and at the temperature of absolute zero, it should be perfectly still. But quantum physicists discovered that empty space is not empty or still at all.
Is that so-called empty space isn't really empty at all. It's actually full of energy. So instead of being like kind of a quiet, empty lake, it's more like the froth at the base of a waterfall or something.
Now, we've all been taught that in an atom, electrons orbit the nucleus like planets orbit the sun. And in a vacuum with no resistance, the orbits of electrons should be predictable, but they're not. In 1955, Willis Lamb won the Nobel Prize for discovering what's become known as the Lamb shift. Now, in simple terms, Lamb discovered that electrons in hydrogen atoms were being disturbed by something. He discovered complex interactions between the electron and the vacuum of space itself. Space is teeming with quantum particles that blink in and out of existence. And when they do that, they use and create energy, a lot of it.
Well, when you go to look at the numbers, you find out that there's enough energy in the volume of a coffee cup to say, evaporate all the world's oceans if you could get it all of it.
Enough energy to boil and evaporate all the oceans on Earth from a coffee cup of empty space. This energy is called zero-point energy. And it's generated from the zero-point field. Nikola Tesla, Nikolai Kozyrev, and other scientists call this field the ether. The ether is a field in which everything exists. But it exists in a dimension that our brains can't perceive. Particles blinking in and out of existence have to be coming from and going somewhere. That place is the ether, the base layer of reality. But even though we can't see it, this layer can be disrupted with electromagnetism. Tesla famously said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. He tried to harness energy from the zero-point field using the tower he built on Long Island.
Tesla link below.
I'm so
Tesla's
happy that David
Wardenclyffe
Bowie
Tower
played
tapped
Tesla.
into this endless supply of energy. The tower was considered an over-unity
Yeah.
device. An over-unity is when something gives out more energy than is put in. Now, mainstream science claims this is impossible, again because it breaks the second law of thermodynamics. But for over 100 years, scientists and inventors have proved that claim wrong. Zero-point energy devices also violate the conservation of energy, that energy can't be created or destroyed. But those inventors don't claim to be creating energy from nothing. They're tapping into the energy that already exists everywhere all around us. In the 1970s, Howard Johnson created the magnetron motor. It used hydrogen, magnets, light rays, and fusion to create electricity.
And
Now,
then they
according
also
to practical
create
physics,
hotels.
his invention was impossible. But here's the thing. His motor
Maybe.
worked. And
I
he
think
proved
so,
it
actually.
over and
Howard
over
Johnson.
again. Still, he was denied a patent.
The dilemma facing Johnson is not really his dilemma, but rather that of other scientists who have observed his prototypes. The devices obviously do work, but the textbooks say they shouldn't. Johnson is saying to the scientific community that this is a phenomenon that seems to contradict some of our traditional beliefs. For all our sakes, let's not dismiss it outright, but take the time to understand the complex forces at work here.
Johnson
think
didn't
about-
get his patent and was shunned by the...
Think about how many great inventions were invented by accident. I
that's
mean,
true.
even if you don't understand fully how it works. It does the thing it's supposed to do. I mean, I'm sure plenty of inventors have invented something by accident, and when they're asked how it fully works, they're like, you know what? I'm not fully sure. It just does.
scientific community. Now, Howard Johnson wasn't a weekend garage tinkerer. He was a government contractor. He worked on atomic energy projects. He made equipment for the military. He already had over 30 patents for chemistry and physics devices.
Science and physicists are especially determined to protect the law of conservation of energy. Thus, the physicists become game wardens who tell us what laws we can't violate. In this case, they don't even know what the game is, but they are so scared.
Interesting.
Johnson's motor would lose less than 2% efficiency in almost 20 years of continuous operation. But he stopped working when someone broke into his shop and stole his equipment.
Of course.
He got the message.
Funny how that keeps happening.
Thomas Murray also invented a device that could tap into the zero-point
Which is
field. His machine could
understandable.
generate 50,000 watts of power with no energy input.
That's like
Another
their go-to,
invention that
break
broke
in
the
and
laws
steal
of physics.
everything.
Murray tried to patent his invention. He was denied. They told him there's no such thing as free energy. But still, the U.S. government was interested.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
that's
to play
when things
devil's
get
advocate, if
downhill.
someone stole all my
Yep.
tools, I wouldn't have much motivation to get back in there.
His
Right.
lab was vandalized and robbed.
It's kinda
He
like
and his
playing a
family
game and losing
survived
your save
multiple
file.
assassination attempts. It got so bad, he bulletproofed his own car. Now, despite the ongoing threats, Murray publicly demonstrated the success of his machine in 1940. It continuously produced an output of 250,000 volts with no input. Well, that was the last straw. The next day, someone broke into his lab and attacked him. He only survived because at this point, he was carrying a pistol everywhere, but it didn't matter. Murray's assistant turned on him and destroyed everything. Equipment that would be worth millions today. Officially, Murray's assistant went crazy, but it sounds like somebody got to him. Murray died
Probably.
broke, and he took his technology to the grave. Edwin Gray had a similar story. Gray created an electromagnetic motor that ran continuously on its own power. And like all zero-point devices, it didn't generate heat. The input was 26.8 watts. The output over 7,000 watts. Gray's machine was tested and verified by multiple scientists.
Gray started developing this idea 8 years ago. For the past year and a half, he's been trying to get someone in the U.S. government interested. So far, he's had little luck.
After he contacted the government, let me see. Things went downhill, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the problem is he's had plenty of luck.
Within a week, local authorities performed an illegal raid on Gray's lab. They confiscated everything. Not long after that, Gray was found dead in his home. All his records, inventions, and materials vanished without a trace. Now, most of these inventions were from the turn of the 20th century, over 100 years ago. Imagine the progress we could have made if this technology survived and the world had free energy this whole time. But that's the thing. These stories happened so long ago that it's difficult to picture them as anything more than stories. I know you want to see video of one of these things operating. You want to see light bulbs and motors turning without wires and without plugs. You want to...
What turned me to this, was we have one that just happened recently. And again, now he's vanished. Somebody else found an alternative fuel source, and magically he's gone now. So we do have something more recently. This is fucking ridiculous.
See one of these zero-point machines for yourself, don't you? You got it. Floyd Sweet was nicknamed Sparky because he was fascinated with electricity. He dreamed of a device that could take energy from the vacuum of space. So after retiring in the 1980s, he made one. He called it a vacuum triode amplifier, or VTA.
Huh? I didn't catch that.
I said that's where the concept of dark matter comes from.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've seen dark matter referred to as so many different things throughout different media.
So we have a 120 volt fan. As you can see, it's turning at good power. It is providing quite a breeze, and it's real, usable power.
Sparky's machine could do more than operate a fan. He fed it 0.3 milliwatts and produced almost 224,000 watts. This was continuous on-demand power. If you attach more equipment, it would simply harness more power. No limit.
And here, just coming into view, you see 5 100-watt lamps, ordinary garden variety household lamps, brilliantly lit. So there's 500 watts of very real power here, again coming right out of the vacuum.
224,000 watts from a box about the size of a deck of cards. That's enough to power your house, recharge your electric car, or light up a baseball field. It doesn't matter what you connect. The 0-point field will give you all the power you need.
This is real, usable power. It's stable. It is not transient. It is not noise. And it is not any other kind of spurious effect. This is a real effect. It's all coming from that little tiny box sitting behind the 500 watts of power. Behind the lamps, that little box is putting out all of that power, well over 500 watts, and yet it is receiving less than 1/3 of a milliwatt of input power.
So Sparky filed a patent.
Yeah-oh.
Yep, you know how this goes. Well, at the grocery store, a well-dressed man approached Sparky and showed him a photograph. It was a picture of Sparky and his wife in their house, taken from outside. Someone had been watching them.
He walked me all the way to my building, telling me what would happen to me if I didn't stop my research. How they took that picture through my window, I'll never know.
Sparky reported the incident to the FBI.
Oh, that's like the hens calling the wolf for help.
It was. Things got worse.
Of
Sparky and his
course,
wife started
they're
getting
in on
harassed. Their phone rang hundreds of times a day from payphones all over the country. The call stopped when someone broke into Sparky's lab and stole his notes. Then, one night, 2 men stopped by to speak to Sparky and his wife. The men left, and about an hour later, Sparky collapsed. Frantic, his wife called an ambulance, but when they loaded Sparky, they refused to let his wife in the ambulance. 20 minutes later, she got a call. Sparky was dead. Heart attack. Less than 24 hours later, a few black vans showed up at the house. The FBI confiscated all Sparky's equipment and research, and that's the last we've heard about it. But Sparky's VTA did more than create unlimited power. It could levitate. A retired Army officer and nuclear physicist named Tom Bearden met with Sparky. He was intrigued by the VTA's potential. Bearden asked Sparky to do an anti-gravity experiment with it, and it worked. The VTA weighed about 6 pounds. They reduced the weight of it by 90%. According to Bearden's theory, gravity can become a pushing force rather than a pulling force, and that's exactly what the VTA did.
No problem.
Zero-point energy, anti-gravity. Now, if this sounds like UFO technology, that's because it is. Richard Doty says zero-point energy devices have been recovered from UFOs, and they operate a lot like Sparky's VTA.
That's the guy's name, fucking Richard Doty. I remember I kept calling him Dick Doty.
What this was an energy device that used...
This fucking guy. He's the one I brought up earlier that fed the guy so much bullshit that the guy Minecrafted himself. This fucking guy.
Zero-point energy, that's what they referred it to as zero-point energy. And it was connected in such a manner that this device could power, from a very small flashlight or a very small watch up to a city. And the power was determined by what the demand on it was. And so each craft had one of these.
Anti-gravity technology is another reality that's been suppressed for years. And researching anti-gravity...
Here, I'm backtracking a little bit. This guy with the glasses, his name is Richard Doty. He's the one I mentioned earlier that fed the guy so much shit he made him paranoid and Minecrafted himself. It was this guy. He specifically worked for the government in giving misinformation. Their misinformation and fucking their secret plot projects and shit.
Craft had one of these.
Anti-gravity technology is another reality that's been suppressed for years.
Interesting.
And researching anti-gravity, even for the US government, is very, very dangerous. According to multiple inventors, many of which are now dead, alien technology might not be so alien after all. Italian researcher Johnny Dotto created a large ring to go around the human body. Its purpose was to alter DNA to reverse aging. Now, made of heavy copper, the Dotto ring manipulates the magnetic field around a human body using gravity and frequency. It was inspired by the Hunza Valley in Pakistan, where people rarely get sick and routinely live for over 100 years. Now, most researchers say their longevity is because of exercise and a healthy diet. But Dotto had a different theory.
Sorry, I got pulled into an ad break.
He said the extreme heat from the valley and the cold from the nearby glacier created a magnetic anomaly in the...
Are you talking about my ad break? Mine's almost over.
area. This protects DNA and slows the aging process. The Dotto ring was even tested at Sloan Kettering Hospital. It successfully lengthened the subject's telomeres, the part of our DNA that shortens as we age. The ring worked. And just like Sparky's device, Dotto's device could levitate. Then the FDA became involved.
And everything went downhill.
Yep, they shut down Dotto's research. Not long after that, Dotto was hit by a car that ran over him multiple times. The levitating, age-reversing Dotto ring vanished.
I got hit by a car multiple times.
T. Townsend Brown used a high-voltage and electromagnetic field to create a lift effect. This allowed an object to move at high speeds, free of the force of gravity. Brown made a flying saucer.
as with many other promising
On
inventions
accident.
developed during the Cold War years.
Total
A national secrecy
accident.
act prevented scientists like T. Townsend Brown from commercializing or even publicizing any technology which could potentially be interpreted as having a military application.
Now, anti-gravity or anti-gravitic technology was popular in the 1950s. The United States and Canadian governments were both working on anti-gravitic technology. They farmed this work out to well-known aerospace companies like Lockheed Martin,
Anti-gravity would
Convair,
be so
Bell,
fucking
and
neat.
Lear. The research was actually out in the open and created a buzz. People were excited about the new G engines and how this technology would revolutionize traveling. They talked about how everyone could have a flying car. Airplanes wouldn't need any fuel to fly. This is one of
We
the
could
last
have
public
hoverboards.
mentions of anti-gravity technology.
Lawrence D. Bell, the famous builder of the rocket research plane, says, "We're already working with nuclear fuels and equipment to cancel out gravity." And William Lear, the autopilot wizard, is already figuring out gravity control for the weightless craft to come. According to the gravity research engineers, the G engine will replace all other motors.
That's a bad thing.
After that, everything went dark.
Yeah.
So what happened? What happened was the military contractors got anti-gravity to work, and they wanted the technology all for themselves.
Yeah, that goes back to what I was
After
telling you
working at
about,
the
like the
Center-
Rockefeller family and all these other families where they didn't want people basically muscling in on their hot takes.
Well, of course. Yeah, you can't do anything to take away our money. Money. It always comes down to fucking money.
For space plasma and aeronomic research, Dr. Ning Li started her own anti-gravity research company, AC Gravity. In the early 1990s, she published research papers on anti-gravity. This drew attention from the US government.
And then everything went downhill.
Yep. In 2001, Ning Li received a grant from the US Department of Defense for over $400,000 to continue anti-gravitic research. Then, Ning Li disappeared. Now, some people think she returned to China to work for them, but others say she was caught up with her work at the DoD. Some family members recall that she seemed extremely stressed during that time. She used to love her research, but she did not like working for the DoD. But in 2014, 13 years later, Ning Li reappeared out of nowhere.
I didn't see that coming.
And then she was hit by a car.
That I saw coming.
She suffered permanent brain damage. Ning Li's whereabouts during those missing years is still a mystery. But my guess is the Department of Defense knows exactly where she was. But they'll never tell, and nobody's going to ask.
Yeah, nobody's going to ask. Where was she during those missing years? Fuck if I know. This shit is fucking crazy, and there's so much evidence of it, and we just have to shut our mouths. It's like they say, you know, a couple things are circumstance.
I can get into tinfoil hat territory, but we should make that a whole stream.
Well, I mean, they already know the tinfoil hat thing is going to happen here. That's why they do the whole tinfoil hat joke with hecklefish. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it. The hecklefish has a tinfoil hat on his bowl.
Free, clean, unlimited energy, anti-gravity, science fiction technology that some people claim is real. But is it? Well, search Google and Wikipedia, and they'll list most of these inventors as charlatans, liars, and frauds.
Of course, that's what they say.
Who
They're
died
in the pocket
mysteriously.
of the shadow government.
I can't argue with that. So let's go through a few. Stan
Okay,
Meyer, the man who invented the water-powered car, receives a lot of scrutiny, probably because his story is so well known. Now, despite his claim of being poisoned, doctors said his cause of death was a brain aneurysm. Now, some poisons can cause an aneurysm, but his toxicology report showed no poison.
Fake report.
Well, his family thought so. Moray, Gray, Sparky, Ogle, and Johnson, they all had patented inventions that garnered the attention of powerful people, and they were all victims of violence. Some of them were no-name backyard inventors who happened to be good at electronics. but many were engineers or physicists with impressive credentials, and there's a lot of evidence to support their stories. Honestly, I covered just the most well-known inventors. There are many, many more, and most of them also died under mysterious circumstances. And in almost every case, their technology was seized and classified.
Yep.
Now, despite the evidence of these inventions working and the reality of quantum physics, there's a tremendous amount of pushback about zero-point or alternate energy. Why? Mainstream academia, elected officials, and even the media say free energy is impossible. Any scientist who claims otherwise is attacked, sometimes professionally, but sometimes they're attacked physically. Why?
Money and power.
I was asking rhetorically, but yes, money and power. When Dr. Tom Falone was working at the U.S. Patent Office, he came across inventions that could solve our energy and pollution problems. Inventions that could literally change the world and accelerate the progress of humanity. He became frustrated when he saw invention after invention slapped with a secrecy order.
Patent sequestering, which is actually called secretizing. Public needs to know at least that every major military agency has a representative at the patent office.
And when Falone blew the whistle, they fired him.
Just fired? I'm surprised this guy didn't get whacked.
Oh yeah, he better be watching his back.
Patent Office in its current approach is it's actually breaking the law. It's trying to make happy the physicists who are with American Physical Society to keep them in power with their ideas, you might say, and withhold from public use good inventions that could solve our problems, like the energy crisis.
For over 100 years, these technologies have been suppressed, keeping society in a state of complacency, poverty, and pollution.
That's always
the Federation of American Scientists spoke about suppression in 2010, calculating that in that year alone, 5,135 inventions were given a secrecy order. Most of these patents had to do with clean energy, anti-gravity, and alternative methods of propulsion.
Yeah, this is
over
just part
5,000 in 1 year. So how many in 10 years? How many in 100? What technology is being hidden from us? The latest buzz phrase is green energy, or the green...
In some of the Y files, they bring up the Rockefellers and stuff like you were mentioning earlier. I don't know if in part 2 or even in the end of this, if they bring that up.
Green movement. That sounds nice. We all want a clean environment. But green energy, as currently defined, is a fad. No, that's not the right word. Green energy is a scam.
Well, yeah, the current definition of it.
Why suppress thousands, maybe tens of thousands of inventions that could clean our planet and provide free energy for everyone on Earth?
For money and power.
Yep. There are literally hundreds of trillions of dollars at stake. So next time you're arguing with a friend or family member about climate change, remember the energy industry and the United States government want you to hate each other. Don't play into their hands. A declassified document made in the 1970s lists categories of inventions that are considered secret. One of those categories is for energy systems that are more than 70 to 80% efficient, and solar panels that are more than 20% efficient. If you patent an efficient energy or propulsion device, it gets slapped with a secrecy order. Do you want proof? In 1971, over 50 years ago, someone patented a solar panel that was 20% efficient. It was made secret. You could have had solar panels on your house for years, but you never knew they existed. Today, solar panels are only slightly better than 20% efficient. Imagine how much they could have improved if the technology had not been hidden for 40 years. So what about green energy? It's a scam. Green energy is not designed to do anything but line the pockets of politicians and the CEOs of the green energy companies that get billions of dollars of your money in the form of subsidies to research things like solar panels and wind farms. And by the way, solar panels only last about 15 to 20 years. Then they go into a landfill to decay, and that material is toxic.
Solar panels
also produce tons of toxic waste. But even if we reduce this waste during manufacturing, solar panels eventually stop working, especially if they're poorly made in China. And when their lifespan is over, they leave behind toxic trash.
Then it seeps into our water supply. Scam. Wind farms barely produce any power, but they destroy the landscape, kill wildlife, and again, require an enormous amount of fossil fuels to build. Scam. Nuclear energy sounds great, no pollution. But when the nuclear material is discarded, it stays radioactive and deadly for thousands of years. Scam. Do you think your electric car is protecting the environment? It's actually making it worse. Over 80% of electricity comes from coal, oil, and natural gas. So yeah, your Tesla runs on coal. Scam.
Yeah, I've heard
the
that
amount of
argument
fossil
before.
fuels used to extract the raw materials to build electric cars causes a lot of pollution. And the lithium batteries that power them? Lithium mines are awful for the environment. Not to mention most of the extraction of these materials is done with slave labor in terrible working conditions. Scam. Now, don't get defensive. This isn't your fault. The technology to fix this is there and has been for 100 years. So, do all these patents just sit on a shelf gathering dust, never to see the light of day? Oh no. A scientist named Salvatore Paese has multiple
military
patents
applications.
strikingly similar to allegedly impossible inventions. He's patented devices that use electromagnetic fields, vibrations, and quantum field fluctuations to manipulate gravity, mass, and energy. He has a patent that allows for faster than light speed travel. He has a patent that can change the course of asteroids through a magnetic field. And my favorite Salvatore Paese invention? He has a patent for a tiny solid-state device about the size of a deck of cards that can generate unlimited clean energy from the vacuum. So how come his inventions aren't suppressed? Well, because the patents are owned by or have been assigned to the United States Navy. Now, I'm sure that most clean energy anti-gravity inventors are frauds, but not all of them. I believe the technology does exist, and I believe it's being used right now by government contractors. However, these contractors don't work for the U.S. government. They work for the shadow government.
Yeah, the ones that didn't want to play ball with the government, that said, no, we want this to go to the people, were all the ones that were interrupted. The ones that took the money from the government and shut their fucking mouth, oh, look, they're famous and they're rich.
Shadowy government with its own Air Force, its own Navy, its own fundraising mechanism, and the ability to pursue its own ideas of the national interest, free from all checks and balances, and free from the law itself.
We have the technology to eliminate famine and heal the ecosystem, but that would derail the shadow government's agenda.
There is the government, constitutional government of the United States. And then there's this other secret government operation, which has more money, more power, more technology. It is a criminal enterprise. It is not sanctioned by the president, and it is not sanctioned by Congress. And yet they're using our tax dollars and are raping the planet and destroying the earth and impoverishing half the planet.
Funny how that works.
This is the guy that made Gaia Online.
We could live in a world of abundance.
That website,
no more
Gaia
wars
Online.
for
Gaia Online? I don't think I've heard of that one. It sounds familiar, though. I just can't place what it's about. What is it? What's Gaia Online?
Yeah.
I think you told me about that once before.
It used to be a website, but now it's kind of like its own app separately, and it's a lot of like conspiracy theory, like alternative healing, UFO type of like new age stuff. It's pretty cool. I used to have a subscription to it. Of course, like everything I consume, I take with a tablespoon full of salt. But it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting to watch.
Okay.
energy. But the shadow government becomes powerless in a world of abundance. They derive their power from scarcity because they control the resources. resources that could be made completely free if we only had access to suppressed technology. So what's the solution? Elect new leaders? No. Our leaders are controlled by or in fear of the shadow government. They only care about being reelected and getting rich. All of them. And don't go to the media. They're in the pocket of the shadow government, whether they know it or not. So do we repeal the Invention Secrecy Act? Well, that will never happen. Nobody will risk their career voting for it. They'll say some inventions need to be hidden for national security.
Right.
And whenever you hear that phrase, national security, remember, it's not your security they're protecting, it's theirs.
Yeah.
The solution is simple, but it's not one inventors want to hear. If you create a free energy device that you can prove works, do not patent it. Publish your invention anonymously on the internet and make it freely available to everyone. Don't be foolish and think you can use the patent system to become rich. They will not allow it, and most likely, they'll kill you. Instead, share your technology first. You can change the world. I promise the money will be there. So to all you weekend tinkerers and free energy hobbyists, keep tinkering and keep inventing. But most of all, keep quiet.
Interesting.
Thank you so much for hanging out today. My name is AJ. That's Hacklefish.
What's shaking, crispy bacon?
This
It probably is the most important. Just stay quiet.
Yeah. Stay quiet. Don't tell them shit. Where's part 2? You would think it'd be like directly referenced right here. Is it on Cryptid Volume 4? Blah, blah, blah. I'll look for it later. But yeah, this one says it's only part 1 from a year ago.
He didn't do something cringy like put it on his Patreon or something.
Oh, I hope not. Well, he's pretty good about putting his shit on his channel.
Jeez.
Let's see. I'm searching it. Search it, Dick. Well, I'm going to wrap up my stream here. I just wanted to see if I could find it. Oh, yep, there it is. Part 2. Forbidden medical cures. That's what the part 2 is about.
No worries.
All right. So it's not necessarily continuing on from that specific thing, but, you know, medical cures that they hid. I suppose, and I've seen that one before. Like, they supposedly found the cure to cancer, but it was hidden. They packed it away and said, nope, you don't get to see this.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I would believe that.
Yeah, a bunch of doctors found cures to all kinds of crazy shit or better health programs and stuff. And not only did they not make money off their stuff was hidden, or they got discredited by the medical society. And they talk about the medical board and how fucking corrupt that shit is, or the FDA. Yeah, it's basically the same thing, but the medical version.
Oh, yeah. I believe it.
All right. On that note, good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow night. Are we going to do that collab tomorrow night or Saturday? Whichever is better for you.
I think we could do it tomorrow night. Saturday, I might have something.
Okay.
But I don't think so. But I don't want to see 100%. It depends on family.
All right. Well, then that's the plan. Tomorrow night should be collab. We're going to look at the rest of the technocracy and hopefully have time to get into the Nefandis. Nefandi. Oh, yeah. Made shit. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Peace out. Love ya.
Yeah, we should. It'll be good.